following is a sports presentation of WGN America.
Special night here at Wrigley Field as the Cubs just unveiled a statue in honor of number 10, Ron Santo, the great Cub and Cub broadcasters. Number 10, of course, flies on the left field foul pole. Nationals and Cubs coming up on WGN. We welcome Cub fans from all over the country watching on WGN America, America's home for baseball. Hi again, everyone. Along with Bob Brenly, I'm Len Casper. Bob, what a special night. We're going to get a look at the statue here in a second. It is spectacular.
It really is, Len. I mean, the statue itself is amazing, and the man is even more amazing. Ron Santo. Every Cub fan in the world felt like he was their best friend, and that would have made Ron very happy.
We'll talk to Ron's family a little later. They will conduct the 7th inning stretch, but as we go to break, getting you set for Cubs baseball, let's check out the wonderful statue out at Addison and Sheffield.
Back when we were gathering footage for my father's film, we came upon this instructional video of my dad giving a lesson on how to play third base. He had to be about 25 years old at the time, and he said this: when the ball is hit, you should always be moving forward on the ball. Never stay back on the ball and let the ball play you. You play the ball. That's how he lived his life. He never stayed back on the ball. He was always moving forward. Every challenge, all the adversity that came his way, he charged it like he was making a play at third base, grabbing it with his bare hand and firing it to first base. This statue really does symbolize that. He was a great father, a great man, a great inspiration, and we thank the Chicago Cubs and the Ricketts family for giving him a home forever, and for giving all of us, everyone, a place to have to come and visit. Thank you for loving him so much.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light line. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
When you're responsible for this much of the team, you need a car you can count on.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough. We didn't just stop at soft serve. We made the one-of-a-kind Blizzard. And we don't just make a cookie one. We make a Nutter Butter cookie one. We don't just have heart-shaped balloons. We have heart-shaped balloons tied to sharks. And this isn't just chest hair. This is chest hair that spells out what I say. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. The new Nutter Butter Blizzard. Real Nutter Butter cookie pieces and peanut butter cream filling. So good, it's ridiculous.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light Lime. The just right taste of Bud Light with a refreshing splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Ford, the newest vehicles on the road are now at your local Ford store, like the all-new Ford Explorer SUV, 100% reinvented. Visit localfordstores.com. Ford, drive one. And by the Illinois Lottery. Play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery for a chance at $250,000. Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity only from Comcast. Great job by sculptor Lou Sella and artist Omri Amrani. I mean, just an amazing likeness of Ron Santo. Make sure you check out that statue next time you come here to the ballpark. Now the Nationals lineup written out by former Cub Davey Johnson, Ankiel Espinosa, the red-hot Ryan Zimmerman at the top, Mike Morse, Jason Worth, Johnny Gomes in the middle, Desmond, Flores, and Detweiler at the bottom.
Let's check out how the Cubs take the field defensively behind Rodrigo Lopez. Brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Soriano, Bird, and Johnson across the outfield tonight against the left-handed starter for the Nationals. Aramis Ramirez at third base. Ron Santo, unquestionably the greatest third baseman in Cubs history. Hopefully Aramis will have a big night on Ron Santo night here at Wrigley Field. Castro and Barney up the middle. Over at first base tonight will be Jeff Baker. Behind the plate, Giovanni Soto, and Rodrigo Lopez doing the twirling tonight for the Cubs.
35 years old. A foul strike off the bat of Rick Ankiel, and we're underway. Been a struggle for Rodrigo here lately. That one missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Nationals took game 1 last night after Monday's originally scheduled game 1 was rained out. 3-1 the final. Not a lot of offense even with a wind blowing out, as Soriano in left will retire Ankiel. Bruce Dreckman will call the balls and strikes. He's an Iowa native. Alan Porter, Rob Drake, and the crew chief Gary Darling around the bases. Ball 1 on Danny Espinosa, switch hitting second baseman. 70 degrees, very comfortable, and east wind. It's blowing in at 5 miles an hour, so really not much of a factor. Nationals have already clinched their season series. They've won 4 of the first 5. And it's the first time they've won the season series against the Cubs since 2006. Fastball at 88 for strike 2. It's 1-2. There's Davey Johnson. Took over midseason after the resignation of former Cubs manager Jim Riggleman. Nationals have gone 16-21 over or under Davey Johnson, as Jeff Baker will take it to the bag.
Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting, provided by WRTO, La Tremenda, Chicago Spanish language sports leader, with Elio Benitez and Hector Fabregas on the call.
Here comes Ryan Zimmerman, who has a 17-game hitting streak. It's not the most noteworthy hitting streak in baseball. That one belongs to Dan Uggla of the Atlanta Braves, who entered tonight with a 30-gamer, and he's 2 for 2. So make it 31. 2 for 2 against his former team, as the Braves lead the Marlins 6-0 in the third. We will see Dan Uggla and the Braves this coming weekend at Turner Field.
The home run ball was devastating for Matt Garza last night. It's been devastating for Rodrigo Lopez over the past couple seasons. Only Javier Vasquez has surrendered more home runs per 9 innings in the last couple of years than Rodrigo Lopez. Keep it down, keep it in the park.
It's outside, 2-1. The Braves, by the way, are off tomorrow, so Dan Uggla's hitting streak will be intact going into that series against the Cubs Friday night.
Not for long.
And there's number 18 for Zimmerman, so he gets it out of the way right off the bat. He had a 30-gamer 2 years ago, so this is nothing new for him. You know, we were talking off the air before the game about how a hitting streak for a team like Washington, they're 3 games under 500. They're out of playoff contention at this point, but it's a nice distraction. It's kind of a fun thing for their fans to follow.
Well, yeah, I'm sure the players are pulling very hard for Ryan Zimmerman here with the Washington Nationals, and down in Atlanta for Dan Uggla. I mean, everybody likes to see their teammates succeed. You hope it's you one day, but until that day comes, you pull like crazy for your teammate. Gives you a little bit of a distraction from what's going on a daily basis.
1 strike on Michael Morse, who hit the go-ahead home run to deep center over the batter's eye in the 6th inning off Matt Garza last night. 2 mistakes by Garza. That was it. Home run by Morse, a 2-run homer by Johnny Gomes. The Cubs could only get 1 run on Starlin Castro's 8th inning homer. In fact, they were no hit through 5 by Chin-Ming Wong. Johnny Gomes. He doesn't look very happy-go-lucky right now, does he?
He never does. He is very serious about his craft. And so is this guy. Man, as he turned into a beast. This guy has just awesome power, as he demonstrated last night. You mentioned that home run over the batter's eye in center field. He put on quite a display in batting practice again today.
We will have some more highlights of the Ron Santo statue unveiling ceremony as we move along tonight. And we will run some more lengthy portions of it on our pregame coverage on Saturday in Atlanta. And it was just a wonderful ceremony, beautiful day, as Castro throws to second, and it gets past Barney and into foul territory down the right field line. Zimmerman coming around, he'll score. Morse on his way to third. There's a play there, and he's going to be saved. A fielder's choice for Morse, and an error on Starlin Castro. Just wasn't able to get anything on the throw, and it was wide of the bag, and all kinds of trouble, and the Nationals have the first run.
Well, a good decision to go to second base. Was going to be a tough play to throw across the diamond. Unfortunately, his throw is way to the outfield side of the bag. Darwin Barney tries to keep his foot on the base and stretch out and make the play, but once it gets past him, it's out there in no man's land. Reed Johnson with a long run just to get to the ball. By the time he picks it up, the Nationals are on the board with a runner at third base.
Defense has been a problem for this team overall this year, but lately they had really tightened things up. So instead of getting out of the inning, Lopez has to face Jason Worth with a runner at third, trailing 1-0. Been a tough year for Worth in his first season with the Nationals. There are certain guys, whatever their numbers are, they're just dangerous. You always worry about them busting out of it.
The numbers way down for Jason Worth, especially the batting average. Power numbers not that far off the mark from last season, but we talked about Jason Worth in the ball game last night. He's one of those players, even when he's struggling with the bat, he'll find ways to help his team win games. Tremendous defender in right field with a strong, accurate throwing arm. A really good base runner. Has base stealing speed when he does get on. And that's all well and good, but it's not good enough for Jason Worth. He signed that big contract to come here to Washington, be the cornerstone of their offense, and just has not gotten untracked for any amount of time this year.
He strikes out to end the first, but the Nationals get an unearned run. The Cubs are coming up against lefty Ross Detweiler.
Golden Corral's pan-seared seafood cooking stations are open and the reviews are in.
My chef pan-seared my scallops right before my eyes.
It was fresh, it was tasty, it was hot.
It's all part of our endless dinner buffet for one incredibly low price. Only at Golden Corral.
Even in the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 166 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
The American Garage. The temple of the tune-up. The Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
That is insane. Never thought I would see Domino's feedback up there, and I never thought I'd see my name scrolling through Times Square.
The reviews are up, so get our $5.99 deal online and tell us how we did.
I think that raises the bar just a little bit higher.
Here's Mike Quaddy's Pepsi lineup, brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of MLB and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Starlin Castro has a 10-game run streak. More on that coming up. Reed Johnson against the lefties in right. Ramirez back in there at third with Jeff Baker at first. Soto catching, Marlon Byrd in center, Alfonso Soriano in left. Darwin Barney plays second, and the pitcher is Rodrigo Lopez.
Quick look at the Nationals defensively tonight. Johnny Gomes in left, Rick Ankiel in center, Jason Worth over in right field, Ryan Zimmerman and Ian Desmond on the left side of the infield, Danny Espinosa and big Michael Morse over at first base. Jesus Flores doing the catching tonight for left-hander Ross Detweiler. 25-year-old, born in St. Louis, Missouri, 6'5", 175. All drink of water out there, all elbows and kneecaps coming toward home plate.
Looking for his first career road victory. He was brought up from the minor leagues in July and made his season major league debut against the Cubs, and he got the win.
Fastball, curveball, changeup combination from Detweiler. At times the changeup can be really good.
Back up the middle, deflected off the glove of Detweiler, who's mad at himself because Castro gets a hit. He's going to try to stretch it, and he's going to be safe. Oh, he slid off the bag. Ball got out of the glove of Espinosa, but then Castro, in trying to slide around the original tag, slid second base. So he extends his hitting streak, but he's out.
Fortuitous glance there off the glove of Detweiler, but a nice recovery by Ian Desmond. The barehanded play, throws all in one motion. And a nice play by the second baseman Danny Espinosa right there to stay with the play. Would have been very easy once he dropped that ball to quit on the play, but instead he scooped it up, and when Castro overslid the bag, he was right there to apply the tag.
So Castro's hitting streak is now at 10. Reed Johnson playing right. He grounds one into left through the hole between short and third. We want to let our AT&T Uverse viewers in Chicago and around the country on WGN America know that during every Cubs home game this season, if you go to channel 780 or high definition channel 1780, you can see a special multi-view presentation It shows you all of our different live camera angles here at Wrigley Field. It's pretty cool. So if you want to direct the game along with Skip Ellison, give a look to AT&T UVerse channel 780 or HD channel 1780. Ramirez scratched last night due to lower back spasms, but right back in there tonight.
Rami took batting practice with the rest of the team today. Yesterday, when I got to the ballpark, he was down in the clubhouse hitting into a net, which is never a good sign when your starting third baseman is not out on the field with the rest of the team, but participated fully in batting practice today under the watchful eye of Mark O'Neill, the head trainer, and he's in there tonight.
Crushes that one, but it's going to be an out as he lines out to Jason Worth. Ron Santo. The bad thing there is if they're not thrilled about sitting next to the person they're sitting next to, there's no choice.
Yeah, you really have to coordinate that before you assign the letters.
The O's and the N's could maybe move, but that would be it. Otherwise, you'd have Son Ranto. Baker fouls off. Well, Billy Williams, Ernie Banks, Fergie Jenkins all spoke. Ron's roommate, Glenn Beckert, Milt Pappas, Gene Heiser, Randy Hundley, all former teammates on hand. Ricketts family, pretty much the entire Cubs organization, including many of the players. That was really great to see.
Yeah, the timing was such that just as the Cubs finished their batting practice today, they went inside, put on a dry shirt, and came right out to the statue unveiling. Good to see that many players show up.
Throw by Detweiler. Make sure you keep in touch. Len and Bob at Tribune.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Make sure you check out our blog. We'll have photos of the wonderful statue, video as well. Down the middle on a fastball, 0-2 to Jeff Baker.
Oh, by the way, great job, partner, emceeing the entire event.
Thank you.
I never get tired of listening to your voice. You and Pat Hughes. I could listen to you guys all night.
Pat,
most nights I do.
You don't have a choice but to hear my voice. Slide step in the pitch. It blocked by Flores. 1-2. Ron's grandson Sam threw out the ceremonial first pitch tonight, caught by Kerry Wood. And the Santo family will play the Partridge family tonight. They'll conduct the stretch. That'll be fun. Bounce to Espinoza, and he'll get Baker, and the inning is over. 2 hits, no runs. It's 1-0 Nationals after 1.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with you know.
I'm on vacation. Want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time.
Naughty. Nice.
At eHarmony, we think you're incredibly complex, and we find that fascinating. It's your most intriguing feature. That's why we spend so much time getting to know all the details that make you, you. Because we don't match you on the little things, we match you on the important things. It's why eHarmony gives you a better chance at finding that someone who is uniquely right for you. Let us help you find the love of your life. Start on eHarmony today with your free personality profile.
Another good thing about Geico is they've got, like, real live people working there 24/7. So, like, say you need to report a claim, right? A real person will be there to help you. Then you can use Geico.com to view photos of the damage, track your claim, print an estimate. You want an English muffin? They literally hand you a toasted muffin with butter and jam. Whoa, it's tasty. That's a complete dramatisation, of course, but you get my point.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
What makes Dove Men Plus Care different from other deodorants? Only Dove Men Plus Care combines 48-hour protection with our caring 1/4 moisturizer technology in a non-irritant formula. New Dove Men Plus Care deodorant. Tough on sweat, not on skin.
The Arlington Million, Saturday, 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
Well, it's a bittersweet day, but it's a great day. Ron Santo was the backbone of the Chicago Cubs. Number 10. When you think about pitching on a daily basis, you wanted number 10 on that right side of the infield.
Great stuff from Fergie Jenkins, talking about his teammate Ron Santo.
You know, he referred to it as the right side of the infield, which for Fergie is probably correct, because as he stood on the mound, Ron Santo was on his right. We always refer to third base and short as the left side of the infield, but if you're the pitcher, that's the right side. Any side of the field Ron was on was the right side.
Johnny Gomes always seems to hit the Cubs well. Former Cincinnati Red. He was acquired by the Nationals back on July 26th in exchange for a minor league outfielder and a left-handed pitcher. Gomes with 3 home runs and a .304 average this year against the Cubs.
And good career numbers against Rodrigo Lopez. 10 for 23 coming into play tonight with a couple of homers and a double.
Wearing a different helmet, but he still makes the same adjustment before every pitch. Right there. Called strike. It's 2-2.
Double and a 2-run homer in the ball game last night, but he also struck out twice. If you ask him if he had a good game, he'd probably say, no, I struck out twice.
Well, one thing Dusty Baker would do when Gomes was with the Reds is, you know, late in the game, kind of like Mike Quaddy occasionally does with a lead with Alfonso Soriano, he would take Gomes out, part of a double switch or whatever, and put a speedster in the outfield. Well, Davey Johnson doesn't really have a ton of options, especially if he uses Brian Bixler earlier in the game, which he did last night. He only has a 4-man bench. They have an extra pitcher instead. Called strike 3 to get Gomes.
Hey fans, tickets are available now for Cubs games in August and September. In particular, this series against the Atlanta Braves on August 22nd through the 25th. Bleacher seats are still available as well. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com, call 1-800-THE-CUBS, or visit the Wrigley Field box office.
Now the shortstop Ian Desmond, who went 4 for 4 on Friday at Colorado, but otherwise on this trip 0 for his other 16 at bats.
0 for 4 last night here against the Cubs with 3 strikeouts. And really, there just wasn't much offense in the ball game last night, with the exception of that one stretch. The tape measure blast by Michael Morse, and then the Jason Worth single, followed by the Johnny Gomes 2-run homer. That was about it for the Nationals. Boy, Garza was really good last night. Couple of mistakes.
Fly ball to deep right. Reed Johnson back on the warning track to make the grab for the out. The McDonald's Daily Double is back for just $1.89, but you don't have to remember it to love it. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time, a la carte only. Jesus Flores Catching tonight, Wilson Ramos was in there last night. Pudge Rodriguez on the disabled list of a strained oblique. There's Garza on the right. Tell you, he's handled what you'd call some adversity pretty well. I mean, he should have a much better record than the 5-9 mark he currently sports. A 3.81 ERA. He's been the Cubs' most consistent starter all season long. Whenever he has a game like he did last night, he just talks about his performance, whether or not it could have been better or not, and says that that's just the way it goes in terms of lack of run support. Marlon Byrd makes a catch as Lopez goes 1-2-3 in the second. Cubs trail on a beautiful night here in Chicago, 1-0.
I feel like you're going to say something else right there, and then you stopped, right?
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
We bring news of a new tea that fits like no other.
Wear them well.
We ride!
Finger and toe area fungal infections require strong medicine. As a pharmacist, I recommend Fungicure.
Fungicure liquid eliminates fungus around nails with powerful antifungal medicine. Just brush it on. It's clear and dries in a snap. Fungicure, the finger and toe fungi specialist.
Saturday at 6:30 East on WGN America.
Well, some notes on Ron Santo and the statue that was unveiled. He's a fourth member of the Cubs organization to be honored with a statue, along with Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, and Harry Carey. And his work with JDRF to raise funds for juvenile diabetes research, just as Pat Hughes said, remarkable. And by the way, he had a Hall of Fame baseball career and should be in the Hall. Bottom of the second.
You know, you're preaching to the choir in this ballpark. Everybody here in attendance tonight, anybody that's ever seen Ron Santo play the game or watched the way he conducted himself in the radio booth, definitely a Hall of Famer.
Giovanni Soto looks at a fastball for a strike. Pat had a good line about there were three possible depictions for the statue before it was unveiled. He said Ronnie on defense, Ronnie on offense, or Ronnie with his hairpiece on fire.
I vote for number 3. We talked about it the other day. It'd be like the eternal flame. Walk by any time of day or night, any time of year, and there would be Ronnie with his hair on fire.
The only problem with that, and I do like the idea, is that it happened at his least favorite ballpark, Shea Stadium. Just missed. 2-2 on the Cubs catcher. That one hit deep to left for Soto, near the foul pole, and it's gone. Well, that ball was up in the air a long time, and he kept it fair.
Fortunately, not much wind blowing in from right field tonight. This one was able to stay fair. Our BMW ultimate drive of the game, Giovanni Soto, tying the ball game up with his 12th bomb of the year right down the left field line just inside the pole. Nice going, Gio. Brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW dealers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
So the Cubs have now homered in 8 consecutive games. 17 homers in all during this stretch. Ties the game in 1-1. And Gio now has 3 homers over his last 7 games.
The ball was hit so high in the air, Len. If we'd had the same wind blowing we had a few days ago when it was howling in off the lake, that ball probably gets blown into foul territory. But just a very gentle breeze blowing tonight. Gio able to keep it fair right down the line.
Soft liners caught by Espinoza. Power numbers have been good. The Cubs slugging over 500 so far in the month of August. And the Nationals are 3rd on that list. Bird and Soriano, former Washington Nationals, as Alfonso swings and misses. This one golfed high in the air, but not going to carry like Soto's did. And it's caught by Ankiel for the out. Cub fans, if you want to manage the game along with Mike Quaddy, log on to WGNTV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more. Second baseman Darwin Barney in that 8th spot. Playing his 100th game this season. 2 strikes. And he could not hold up. Strike 3 in the inning is over. Leadoff homer by Soto ties it at 1.
It's a fact. Your nutritional needs can go up when you're on the road to recovery. Proper nutrition can help you get back on your feet. 3 out of 4 doctors recommend the Ensure brand for extra nutrition. Ensure Clinical Strength has Revigor and 13 grams of protein to protect, preserve, and promote muscle health. And Immune Balance to help support your immune system. Ensure Clinical Strength, helping you to bounce back. Ensure Nutrition in Charge.
This tastes great. You just said you go first.
No, you. I was just saying. We did it again. Miniature pony. Rubber bands. An elephant has 4 knees. I think you're pretty.
Introducing a brand new taste in perfect harmony. McDonald's new premium chicken sandwiches. A new chicken breast filet with oven roasted or home style flavor on a new soft bakery style bun. It's the simple joy of a delicious combination.
What do you think?
We'd have to get all new appliances.
We'll just go to the warehouse stores. Pick out everything you want.
6 ringing. Hello?
You think those guys have everything you want? Consider this your wake-up call. Only Sears has Kenmore in all 10 of the top 10 brands. The other guys don't even carry all top 3. I hope you brought an umbrella, because it's raining cold, hard facts up in here.
Thinking about buying appliances somewhere else? Think again. Sears.
Phone retract.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV is sponsored in part by Mega Millions and now Powerball from the Illinois Lottery. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot stands at $16 million, while tonight's Powerball jackpot $220 million.
And it's an honor to have with us a Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken, stopping by as Wrigley Field will host the Under Armour All-America baseball game coming up this Saturday afternoon. Cal, welcome to Wrigley.
Oh, thanks. I was just looking at it saying this is really, really a beautiful field. I got to play in the All-Star game here in 1990, but that was my only chance to actually see it. It's just a gorgeous place.
It really is. Yeah, the Orioles did not come here before you retired. But that is the one great thing about interleague play is that guys who spend their whole career in one league get to enjoy.
Well, I always thought I had I played in a number of All-Star games. And I had a chance, if you picked the right year to be in the All-Star game, to see a National League venue. And then the interleague play happened, and a lot of American League ball players got a chance to see National League venues.
Ross Detweiler leading off for the Nationals here in the third inning. So that'll be fun. It's the second time in a row Wrigley Field has hosted this game coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, we've been involved I think the last 3 years, and you know, this year I'll know one of the players pretty well. It's my own boy. Normally I have to be introduced to him, and we work with him. Brother Billy and I work with him and kind of give them some big league routines in the batting cages and those sorts of things.
This will be Starlin Castro behind second.
You guys got a pretty good shortstop here.
Yeah, not bad.
We do.
Not bad.
We're going to ask you about him here in a second, but how about the opportunity for these youngsters to play at Wrigley Field?
Well, I was talking to them a little bit today. I don't know if they fully understand. They know it's a big league ballpark, but stretching them back to the history of baseball all the way back and kind of that feeling that you had. If you think back to the '99 All-Star game when it was in Fenway and they had the all-century team and all those players standing out there, you realized the generations of players that had played in Fenway, and this ballpark has as rich of a history. And I think the players will value it more when they start to learn more about the history of baseball.
Game will be at 1:05 on Saturday afternoon, and make sure you come on out and check out some future stars.
Well, they got guys that are going to hit 95 on the radar gun, and they got guys that can reach straightaway center too. I've seen them play. These are the best juniors or coming seniors in the country. So it's a talented group of young kids.
So Billy's going to be a manager and Larry Boa, correct?
Yeah, they're both. They don't like each other a lot, so no, they love each other, and they both guys are good for the kids. And Billy's a card. You know Billy pretty well.
Oh,
yeah. He's managing the team that my son's on, so I'm kind of glad that Uncle Billy is.
Uncle Billy,
as
how
Ryan,
about that?
As Ryan would call him, is managing him. He's all happy.
1-2 to Ankiel is outside. 2-2.
Billy and Larry Boa.
Didn't this guy used to be a pitcher?
Yeah, he did. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Back when I used to play, he abused me so bad in spring training, made me want to quit.
I was just going to say, what are the odds that Billy and Larry Boa both go 9 innings without getting ejected?
I think Billy's planning on getting ejected just so he can go to dinner early.
Well, there have been a lot of high school games here at Wrigley Field. In 1920, Lou Gehrig hit a home run here that landed on Sheffield.
As a high schooler?
Yes.
That's a little bit before my time. How about yours,
yeah,
Bob?
I couldn't get tickets that day.
Ankiel swings and misses, 2 down.
I think we do have to remind the kids that that field out there is not padded. That wall out there, it might look really nice with the green ivy on it, but it's not padded. They're used to running into fences and not worrying about things, so that wall's not going to move.
Yeah, the bricks are undefeated.
Some ticket information. Josh Vitters at one time participated in this game. And we have Cal in the booth. We have to make a Lou Gehrig reference, of course. And Cal, how much have you watched Starlin Castro?
I haven't got a chance to watch him a whole lot. I know Troy Tulowitzki at the All-Star game in Phoenix said you ought to take more time to watch this kid. He's coming, you know, as you can see in the first inning. You know, I said, okay, you made a bad judgment on how you played that ball in second. That's going to come with experience. You know, take a step back, maybe backhand it, but get yourself in a good position to make a good, strong throw. But you see the tools, you see all the great plays he makes. It's just a matter of putting it all together and being consistent. He's a pretty darn good hitter, too.
I asked him when he got back from the All-Star game, who did you meet that you were in awe of? And he said, Cal Ripken.
Well, I was being hidden in the dugout because I guess it was a secret that I was throwing out the first pitch for the home run derby. I didn't know that that was an honor. You know, 10 years ago, I was in the All-Star game and was elected the MVP because I hit a home run. 20 years ago, I won the home run derby, so it seemed like it was appropriate for me to go throw out the first pitch. But it is really cool being in the National League dugout as all the players come out. Yeah. I'm a big guy for the position of shortstop, but I'm still fascinated being around all the guys. You watch them on TV and you go, I had no idea this guy was that big, or this guy was that strong, or that guy looked that way.
Tulowitzki is really put together.
He's put together, isn't he? Yeah. And then you got to think about it. I always thought I had some protection. I was 225 when people would come into me at second base. And when you're taking a second baseman out, usually you thought of the little guys, and it was easy to flip them. When you come into Troy, he's going to put a hurting on you if you put your arm up.
Another 0-2 is way inside. Well, if you had 20 seconds for a 21-year-old shortstop to say, this is what you can look forward to as your career goes on, what would you say?
Well, I mean, my dad used to always say we tried to put 40-year-old heads on 20-year-old bodies, and it doesn't work. You got to experience things. You got to go through. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just you know, start to learn from your mistakes because you're going to make them. I made 32 errors in my rookie season in rookie ball, and then I also, you know, not too long after, made 3 errors the whole season. So once you start to get it, once you start to figure it all out, it's going to happen in its own timetable. Don't force it. Just be yourself. Have fun.
Espinoza with a fly to deep right. Reed Johnson with a beat on it. He will make the catch. Hall of Famer Cal Ripken, thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to the big high school game coming up this weekend. For tickets, 1-800-THE-CUBS here at Wrigley.
0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy, T-H-O.
Cece, glad you made it.
Ricky wins again.
Oh, what is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he does that.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
I go wider than Strider. Go wild like a tiger. Catch skill, my tricks are real ill. Fast like a cedar, move like a ninja. Chill, deal, no time to stay still. Check out my style, I run with the realest deal. I spin the steel wheel.
What's up, Smart?
Oh, just booked a summer vacay.
Ooh, sounds pricey.
Nah, with the Hotels.com summer sale, you can find awesome deals for places nearby.
Interesting. Wow, I'm blown away.
You look great.
Hotels.com summer sale. Save up to 30% and get a free Kindle. Hotels.com. Be smart, book smart.
Everything you could possibly want in one paint. Now in one paint. New Olympic One. Super premium paint without the premium price. Insist on Olympic. Exclusively at Lowe's.
The Arlington Million. Saturday, 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
The Ville Rooftops has premier seating for up to 200 guests for corporate gatherings, family reunions, and bachelor or bachelorette parties. Individual and group tickets are available for all games. For more details, go to www.wrigleyvillerooftops.com or call 773-248-ROOF.
Well, that was a nice treat.
Yeah, unexpected surprise. The Ripper.
Lopez bounces foul.
The fans that had the opportunity to watch Cal Ripken Jr. throughout the course of his major league career, it was remarkable how he would change his stance at the plate from game to game, sometimes from at bat to at bat or pitch to pitch, depending on how he felt on a given day. Might have his hands down near his belt buckle one day. The next day they'd be up above his shoulder. His bat would be pointing straight up one day, straight down the next. Didn't seem to make any difference to him.
Lopez fans and Cub fans, as we remember Ron Santo tonight, if you want to order this old Cub, directed, written, produced by Jeff Santo, or the new book, Ron Santo, A Perfect 10. Pat Hughes and Rich Wolf put that together. You can find them at santofilms.com. Well, just a few bits of info on the Hall of Famer Cal Ripken. The streak, the legendary streak, 2,632 games. Broke Lou Gehrig's streak that nobody thought would be broken. Spent his entire career with the Orioles. 3,001 career games. It's great to see him. There's about as many Hall of Famers as I've talked to in one single day.
Yeah, I feel like we're in Cooperstown West here today.
Wind has died down and really wasn't doing much when we started. Very calm evening. Castro bounces foul past third.
It's funny, Cal Ripken talking about being in the dugout at the All-Star game and how big the players appear to be nowadays. As we're standing here looking up at him, he's a large man. I mean, there have been tall shortstops in the history of baseball. I think of Mark Belanger, but he was tall and slender. Cal Ripken looks like a tight end.
Inside on a fastball, 1-2. Weiler might be trying to set him up for a changeup as Johnson gets ready. Well, he went with the curveball instead. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Here is today's Grand Slam giveaway contestant. All season long, if the Cubs or White Sox hit a Grand Slam in the 5th inning, one lucky viewer will win a chance to receive $5,000. Go to WGNAmerica.com to enter today.
Gorgeous night here in Chicago as the Cubs honored Ron Santo before the game. Ball one to Reed Johnson. Well, it was really standing room only out at Addison and Sheffield,
including the rooftops across the street. People standing on the ramps at Wrigley Field, peeking out through the chain link fence at the ceremony. And as you mentioned, the streets were just packed with people. Even had a fire truck make its way by in the middle of the ceremony.
Curveball hit on the ground through the hole and into left, so Johnson's 2 for 2.
This piece of hitting that time by Reed Johnson. Waits back on the off-speed breaking pitch at 79. You see Ryan Zimmerman drawn in to protect against a possible bunt, and Reed slaps it right by him into left field for his second base hit of the game.
Ramirez hit one right on the screws in the first inning, but he lined out to Jason Worth. As we near sundown. What a shot. Picked up by Zimmerman. They get one at second to end the inning. At the end of 3, it's 1-1.
People everywhere are taking a stand and booking on choicehotels.com.
When I book a hotel online, it should be simple and easy.
We have the right to take the kids on a wonderful vacation.
As long as I save 20%.
I want to guarantee that my room rate is the lowest on the web.
The new vacation bedtime?
Don't push it.
Oh.
It's your voice, it's your choicehotels.com. Get the best internet rate guaranteed and save up to 20% every day. Book now at choicehotels.com.
I just thought I'd try it out. I went on Ancestry.com, started playing around with my family tree. And this little leaf appears by my grandmother's name. When I clicked on it, I found trees built by other members that traced my family all the way back to before the Civil War.
Visit Ancestry.com and discover the world's largest online family history resource.
So you don't have to know what you're looking for. You just have to start looking.
Your discovery starts right now on Ancestry.com.
It was a controlled experiment.
Day 1 of our 3-day mission.
We didn't know what would happen.
What is that? The Russians are on the moon. Liberty, you found a dead cosmonaut.
Houston, tell me you didn't know this.
Something else out here.
We're gonna get you home.
They're lying.
Oh no! Something's inside my suit.
Apollo 18, rated PG-13, September 2nd.
Hi, Mom.
How was school today?
Good. Thank you.
We make our cookies the way only Keebler Elves can, with a little something extra, so every bite can be uncommonly good.
And there she goes. 1-1 here in the 4th. Ryan Zimmerman has the only hit for Washington, but later score an unearned run on an error by Starlin Castro. He extended his hitting streak to 18 games. Last night got his 900th career hit. Outside corner on a fastball, 1-1. Talked about Davey Johnson and his style of play when we were in Washington. Certainly was influenced by Earl Weaver. He likes that 3-run homer.
Who doesn't?
He really likes it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to take unnecessary chances on the bases. Landed right to Ramirez. And that's the first out.
See Wrigley through the eyes of former Cub players in our all-new VIP Living Legends Tour. This once-in-a-lifetime opportunity gives you the chance to hear the stories from the players who lived them firsthand. Join legendary former Cubs player Steve Trout on Saturday, August 20th at 11:15 in the morning. For more information or to purchase tickets, call 1-800-THE-CUBS or visit Cubs.com. This is one guy that's glad the sun has finally gone down. Michael Morse, a .263 hitter in day games this year, .352 at night. Boy, that is quite a split.
Well, we thought we were going to have 3 night games in this series, but with the rain out Monday, a 1:20 makeup tomorrow afternoon. Here comes the 0-2, and it's fouled into the upper deck.
Oh, what a play. The young dad holding his child in one hand and made the catch with the other hand. That's pretty good.
Swing and a miss for out number 2.
And this is a web gem if I ever saw one.
Piece of cake.
Nothing to it.
Give that man a contract. Breaking ball strike to Worth. Nationals with an unearned run in the first. The Cubs tied it on a leadoff homer by Giovanni Soto in the second. Big day of sports here on WGN on Saturday. We'll have the Cubs and the Braves from Atlanta, but the action starts with the Arlington Million horse race at 5 o'clock live from Arlington Park. The world's greatest turf horses go 1.25 miles in the 29th running of the Million. Dan Roan and Howard Sudbury will have all the action from what should be a great day at Arlington. Ground ball up the middle. Castro has it deflect off his glove and into center as Jason Worth picks up a 2-out base hit.
No truth to the rumor that Tony Campana is running in the Arlington Million this year, although he'd probably like to. 1.25 miles, maybe a little further than he wants to run. You see Gio wanted that pitch up to Jason Worth. Unfortunately, Rodrigo Lopez put it down in the strike zone. A hard grounder just gets past Castro into center field for a base hit.
Check on Worth, who's 14 out of 17 in the stolen base department. Called strike. The Giants today lost at home to the Pirates 9-2, but they tied a major league record. They hit their 19th consecutive solo home run. That tied the Philadelphia Phillies 1914 record. The last home run they hit with anybody on base was July 6th. Kind of a quirky record. Their last 19 home runs have come with nobody on base. Pablo Sandoval off Jeff Karstens today. Karstens got the win. He beat Jonathan Sanchez.
And just speaks to the Giants' continuing struggles to score runs. They are dead last in the National League in runs scored this year. 19 solo bombs in a row. Wow, that is quirky.
Derek Lee, by the way, was scratched today. He's still bothered by some soreness in his left hand. Remember, he got hit by a Carlos Marmol pitch last week. And remember, over the weekend, Brandon Phillips injured his ankle. Now he's got an elbow injury. Reds lead the Rockies 3-2 in the 7th. Just missed. 2-2. Lopez wanted it.
It appeared it might have been just a tad off of that outside corner. That sinker just didn't quite come back enough, but a good place to miss. If you're trying to hit that outside corner with a little tailing action, make sure you leave it further away rather than tail it over the heart of the plate where Gomes could do damage.
He got under one as Soriano and left underneath to end the inning. 2 out hit, no runs. Bottom 4 coming up. 1-1.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime.
It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control.
The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
Right now we have one coming up, so that's a good review.
Pizza Tracker lets you track your order at every stage on Domino's.com, and it lets you leave a review instantly.
Tracker gives accountability. It'll let you know if Jess is making your pizza, I'm Jess, and I'm making your pizza.
So get our $5.99 deal and give us your review.
What if more people saw the reviews?
If more people in the store, or...
Whoa!
Are you kidding me? That is insane.
Our reviews are up in Times Square, so order now and tell us how we did.
I think that raises the bar just a little bit higher.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento with up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
He was a remarkable person. He really was. His determination, his love for this game, and this place here, the Wrigley Field, the organization, the people, everybody. Ron Santo did not have an enemy. He loved everybody.
Mr. Bernie Banks talking about a guy he knew for 50 years. Like Ron Santo in 1960. Jeff Baker swings away as we're underway in the bottom of the 4th in a 1-1 tie. Changeup missed outside. I mentioned Detweiler has never won on the road. 15 previous appearances and 9 starts. 0-7 with a 4.89 away from Nationals Park. Another changeup, 1-2. Most of his time this year at AAA, and in over 87 innings gave up just 4 home runs. Well, he's allowed 1 tonight to Giovanni Soto. Called strike 3 on a fastball.
The 2011 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN is brought to you by Bud Light. The sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
And here is Soto. Second homer allowed this year by Detweiler to the Cubs. Aramis Ramirez got him for a 2-run shot on July 5th. Only runs Detweiler allowed. And Nationals 3-2 win.
Well, when Detweiler gets extension, when he gets his arm out in front there and really gets a lot of wrist at the end of his delivery, he's sneaky quick with his fastball. His average heater this year, according to Fangraphs, just a tick over 92 miles per hour. But I guarantee if you talk to some of the Cubs hitters, they'll tell you it looks quicker than that.
Mentioned he's from St. Louis. He went to Missouri State. Curveball just missed that inside corner. 3-2. That's his first walk. Hey fans, check out the new Cubs Kids Club presented by ComEd, the official kids club of the Chicago Cubs. Help your favorite young Cub fan earn his or her pinstripes as a member of the Cubs Kids Club, and they'll receive kid-specific perks, experiences, and merchandise throughout the 2011 baseball season. Visit Cubs.com to sign up today. And tight to Marlon Byrd, keeping an eye on the Brewers and Cardinals. Milwaukee a 5-3 winner in 10 last night, and they lead 3-1 tonight in the third. Randy Wolf against Jake Westbrook. The Brewers have a 4-game advantage, and they've won 5 in a row. They've been very hot, but a bizarre injury to one of their starting pitchers, Chris Narveson. Now, do you have all the details? I know that he was trying to fix something on his glove.
Yeah, he was doing some repairs to his glove, and with a pair of scissors, and somehow managed to cut his left thumb, his throwing hand. Took 8 stitches. He was scheduled to start for the Brewers on Friday. Obviously, that's going to have to be pushed back indefinitely. And usually the ball club has a person whose duty it is to repair gloves and catcher's gear. Sometimes it's a trainer, sometimes it's an equipment manager. Occasionally it'll be a player on the team who knows how to wire a glove properly or lace a glove properly.
Ankiel coming on, and a diving grab, nicely done by Rick Ankiel. Talked about his transition from pitcher to outfielder last night. He's always been a terrific athlete and made a really nice play there.
Boy, and even at the end of the play, Lenny makes the nice diving catch, and right away he's looking at first base. He has a cannon, as you might expect, out there in center field. Was looking to double Giovanni Soto off of first base if he strayed too far towards second.
Well, the Narveson story is a good example of how these guys are human beings, are going to make mistakes. I mean, a lot of people would say, what in the world could you be thinking? But how many stories have we heard of guys trying to iron their clothes while wearing their clothes and burning themselves? Worth comes way over the slide. It's going to drop, get off the wall, and Soto will score, and Soriano has a double. And it's 2-1 Cubs. Perfectly placed as he plopped it down that right field line. Worth had a lot of ground to cover, could not get there in time.
Jason Worth playing Alfonso Soriano a little bit toward the gap in right center, expecting him to pull the ball, just cues that high fly ball off the end of the bat. You could see how far Jason Worth had to go, and we all know there's not a lot of room in foul territory in that particular vicinity, so Worth went into a slide to protect himself. Gio on the move the whole way, scores from first base to give the Cubs a lead.
They will now intentionally pass Barney to first to get to Lopez, the pitcher. So Soto has scored the 2 Cubs runs. He knocked himself in with a homer in the second, walked and scored all the way from first on the Soriano double. And that's ball 4.
Second intentional walk for Darwin Barney this season. As odd as it sounds, other than middle of the lineup power hitters like Barry Bonds back in the day, A-Rod, guys like that who get intentional walks when there's a base open and you want to take the bat out of their hands, the number 8 hitter is usually the second most intentional walks on the team, so that opposing pitcher can get against the other pitcher.
Lopez 1 out of 13 on the year, including a strikeout his first time up. And this one will drop for a base hit. Soriano coming around third. Ankiel will throw to the plate, and Soriano ended up holding at third, and it's a good thing he did. He would have been out by about 40 feet.
Rodrigo Lopez with a base hit into center. We just talked about Ankiel's arm. He had a real full head of steam before unleashing that throw to home plate. Soriano had a real poor secondary lead off of second base. No chance to score on that base hit to center.
Well, we've talked about Alfonso a lot. You know, he's had leg issues throughout his Cubs career. I think he runs hard, Bob. He's just not as fast as he used to be.
Well, and as I mentioned, didn't really take full advantage of the fact that neither middle infielder for the Nationals was even close to him at second base. He probably could have had another 3 or 4 or 5 steps on his secondary lead, maybe giving him a chance to score on that ball to center field. But once again, with Ankiel charging as hard as he was and the throwing arm that he possesses, just no chance to try to send him.
Yep. That's a called strike, and it's 1-1. It just seems to take him a while to get going, and the other thing is he looked over his shoulder with 2 outs.
Yeah, no need to do that. That's why the third base coach is there. He's watching the play behind you. Your job as a runner is just put your head down and go as hard as you can.
Sproul waves at a fastball, 1-2.
As good as Starlin Castro has been in just about every possible situation this year, he has not been real good with the bases loaded. Only 2 for 10 this season with the sacks full.
Chased another bad one, and that'll end the inning. Cubs get the lead, however, on the double by Soriano.
What are you guys doing? It's summer. Let's hit the beach. Mom? You need a Pepsi. Ooh. Let's have some fun. Woo! All right. Summertime is Pepsi time. You gotta work on that tan, bro.
Daycare can be expensive. So to save some money, I found one that uses robots instead of real people. Because robots work for free.
Good morning. Female child.
Floss? Maybe.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The American Garage. The temple of the tune-up. The Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
What do you think?
We'd have to get all new appliances.
We'll just go to the warehouse stores. Pick out everything you want. Sink's ringing. Hello?
You think those guys have everything you want?
Consider this your wake-up call. Only Sears has Kenmore in all 10 of the top 10 brands. The other guys don't even carry all top 3.
I hope you brought an umbrella.
Because it's raining cold, hard facts up in here.
Thinking about buying appliances somewhere else? Think again. Sears.
Phone retract.
Hey, Chicagoland viewers, how'd you like to win 5 $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete information and rules.
2-1, the Cubs with the lead as they try to even up this 3-game series. Cubs won 7 in a row following a 5-game losing streak, but after the winning streak they've dropped their last 2.
Before we get underway here in the top of the 5th, Len, I'd like to just take a moment and wish a happy anniversary to my lovely wife Joan. 37 years.
Congratulations.
Keeps getting better every day.
Happy anniversary. I don't have to tell you, you're a very lucky guy. What do you got planned afterwards? You gonna order a pizza?
Not tonight. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about the baseball season and the schedule. Sometimes celebrations have to be held in advance or put off for a week or two, so we're not really going to do up the town until next homestand.
Okay. One and one to Ian Desmond.
And of course, it was the traditional 37th anniversary gift. Soap, shampoo, conditioner, body lotion. From the last hotel we stayed at on the road. Yeah.
Major national hotel chains.
Yes. The shower cap, sewing kit, and a mint from the pillow.
Castro picks it up, the spin, the throw, the out.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Ian Desmond made a fantastic play last night. That one was just about as good.
Well, 2 of the rangier shortstops in all of baseball, especially going up the middle of the field. As you mentioned, Desmond with a great play up the middle last night. Now Castro with great body control, launches a strong throw in plenty of time to get Desmond at first base.
Pitch to the catcher Flores. Catches the outside corner. I want to send out get well wishes to Dave Riviera, Central DuPage Hospital. I want to send out best wishes to Marla Wozniak at the Simon Cancer Center in Indianapolis, watching us tonight on WGN. Picked up? Nope, not picked up. That is an error on Soto, second error on the Cubs tonight.
Cued that one right off the end of the bat, way into foul territory, but with that side English as it hit up against the side grass, Spins way back into fair territory. And Gio with an awkward line coming out from behind home plate. Initially, he was just going to go down the first baseline and touch that ball in foul territory, but when it spun back fair, just wasn't in a good position to make the play. Well, if you could master that as a hitter, cueing it off the end of the bat like that with that much English on it, you can get a lot of infield hits.
Well, Detweiler will talk it over with the Nationals third base coach, a former Chicago Cub, Bo Porter. Bo was an all Big Ten safety at Iowa before his baseball career took off. At the knees for a strike. Got a nice note for George Lockwood. They have a family reunion tonight. Son George going into the Marine Corps. Wish him the best of luck. Popped up, and Soto will make the catch in foul territory. When you play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery, you could win one of 5 top prizes of $250,000 or one of over 52,000 additional prizes ranging from $50 to $1,000 instantly. Ankiel 0 for 2 tonight, but pretty hot coming into action tonight. The Nationals hitting coach is Rick Eckstein, the brother of David. And Rick Ankiel worked with Eckstein in AAA with St. Louis back in '07. He had 32 home runs in 102 games.
Yeah. Rick Eckstein jokes that his brother got all the talent, he got all the looks. Boy, and David certainly made the most of his talents throughout his playing career.
You know, I don't think he's playing right now, but I don't think he's officially retired. I thought I read a story a few weeks ago that he's still kind of waiting to see. He wants to make a comeback. Past Jeff Baker. It kicks right to Reed Johnson. That's fortunate for the Cubs. That's going to keep Flores from scoring. Second and third, 2 outs. It's a double for Ankiel.
Ball was scalded down that first base line. Sometimes a first baseman, when you're holding that runner on at first base, you don't slide as far off the bag with a left-handed pull hitter at the plate, and Jeff Baker did not come far off the bag that time. It was just hit so hard he didn't have enough time to react. And normally you come off that bag and try to get yourself as far off the line as possible so you can cover a lot of ground on that right side, but with a left-handed pull hitter, you want to hang fairly close to that foul line, and that time Jeff Baker did, just couldn't react quickly enough to make the play.
Well, you've got first base open and a left-handed hitter at the plate, but you have the hottest hitter in this lineup on deck. That's Ryan Zimmerman.
And Espinosa has been a much better hitter from the right side of the plate. Only a .211 hitter as a lefty, .272 as a righty. So I think the Cubs are going to go right after him here.
And all but one of his home runs was hit before the All-Star break. Those numbers since the All-Star break, covering 23 games. A bouncer to Barney. That'll end the inning. They leave a couple in scoring position halfway home on this lovely Wednesday night. Cubs lead 2.
We're making Golden Corral's deliciously endless Saturday and Sunday breakfast buffet even better. Yep, we're now grilling hand-cut USDA sirloin steak for breakfast, and we're serving it right there on the breakfast buffet. Steak for breakfast at the same low price, only at Golden Corral.
What do you think? We'd have to get all new appliances.
We'll just go to the warehouse stores. Pick out everything you want. The sink's ringing. Hello?
You think those guys have everything you want?
Consider this your wake-up call. Only Sears has Kenmore in all 10 of the top 10 brands. The other guys don't even carry all top 3.
I hope you brought an umbrella.
Because it's raining cold, hard facts up in here.
Thinking about buying appliances somewhere else? Think again. Sears.
Phone retract.
Even in the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 166 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough. We didn't just stop at soft serve. We made the one-of-a-kind Blizzard. And we don't just make a cookie one. We make a Nutter Butter cookie one. We don't just have heart-shaped balloons. We have heart-shaped balloons tied to sharks. And this isn't just chest hair. This is chest hair that spells out what I say. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. The new Nutter Butter Blizzard. Real Nutter Butter cookie pieces and peanut butter cream filling. So good, it's ridiculous.
Saturday at 6:30 East on WGN America.
The Cubs are pleased to announce that legend Ron Santos' number 10 jersey will be retired in a pregame ceremony prior to the Sunday, September 28th game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Congratulations, Ron Santo, one of the greatest Cubs of all time.
Great moment back in 2003. Ronnie called that his Hall of Fame, having the number 10 retired by the Cubs. And by the way, in the background, you saw Andy Mazer, formerly of the WGN Radio, now one of the radio voices of the San Diego Padres. Andy took a couple of days off to be here tonight for the statue unveiling. So great to see Andy honoring his great friend.
Yeah, not only Andy Mazer, a number of Ron's friends from around the country made it a point to be here for the celebration today, the unveiling of the statue, and I'm sure Ron would have appreciated that very much.
And also a special night for Gary Pressey, playing the organ here at Wrigley Field for the 2,000th time since 1987. And Mr. 2000, Gary Pressey. Reed Johnson's 2 for 2, down in the count now 1-2.
Gary said the other day, the one song he's waiting to play, "We Are the Champions."
So there's that other ball in the sky. We check in on the Cubs' upcoming schedule, brought to you by Lincoln. It's not just luxury, it's smarter than that. Feel smarter at Lincoln.com. Makeup game tomorrow, and then off to Atlanta. Cubs and Braves for the first time this season. Friday night, they'll be retiring number 6 in honor of Bobby Cox in Atlanta. We'll have a special leadoff man as Reed Johnson leads the yard. 3-1. He's 3 for 3 tonight, and that's his 5th homer of the year. Boy, he's had such a good year in limited duty, hitting well over 320, now probably up in the 330s with the night he's had.
And he's hit into some tough luck lately. He's been swinging the bat. Is about as good as any Cub on the roster recently, making a lot of hard outs. This time just flips that ball into the bleachers in left center field. A lot of risks right at the end of his swing. Great result.
59th career homer for Reed Johnson, his first since June 18th off Mariano Rivera of the Yankees. Two and one. They'll have sellout crowds in Atlanta Friday and Saturday night. Bobby Cox night Friday as a ball get out of the Nationals bullpen, and then Saturday night they will honor the 91 NL champs 20th anniversary. Some action in the Washington bullpen. That's Colin Ballister, a right-hander, with a watchful eye of Jin Lett.
We saw that activity in the Nationals bullpen. Right-hander Colin Ballister, and part of the reason for that is Detweiler's career numbers. In his 21 career starts leading up to tonight, you see his ERA by inning: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. This is a guy that statistically you would say is better served pitching out of the bullpen, much like Sean Marshall a couple of years ago when he was bouncing back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen. Was very good as a reliever, not so good as a starter. Same thing could be said for Detweiler.
Similar build. Deep to right, and Worth will catch it.
The 27th annual Cubs convention will take place at the Hilton Chicago on January 13th, 14th, and 15th, 2012. Rooms are available now by calling the Hilton Chicago at 312-922-4400 and asking for the Cubs convention rate. Weekend passes will go on sale in early November. For more information, as always, visit Cubs.com.
Jeff Baker, first pitch swinging as he grounds out to Desmond at short. 2 away. JDRF celebrates the legacy of Ron Santo and is grateful to be a part of tonight's dedication. Support JDRF's efforts to find a cure for type 1 diabetes. Visit the website at jdrfillinois.org or call 312-670-0313 to find out how you can support JDRF. I think ultimately, well, the legacies Ron Santo would want to leave and has left, the most important ones, his family. And Soto out to deep right center. Worth will get it. Long running catch by Worth, and all the money raised to support JDRF. 3-1 Cubs.
I feel like you're going to say something else right there, and then you stopped, right?
Hey, Dave, we're out of Bud Light.
Oh, good thing I just downloaded this app.
Here we go.
It's the sheer
sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Nice app.
I gotta get a new phone.
It's a fact. Your nutritional needs can go up when you're on the road to recovery. Proper nutrition can help you get back on your feet. 3 out of 4 doctors recommend the Ensure brand for extra nutrition. Ensure Clinical Strength has Revigor and 13 grams of protein to protect, preserve, and promote muscle health. And immune balance to help support your immune system. Ensure Clinical Strength, helping you to bounce back. Ensure Nutrition in Charge.
Oh, yes, this is powerful stuff. Got me circling like the moon around the sun. Hear me, this is powerful stuff. There's no way for you to give it up.
It's true. You never forget your first Subaru.
Blood to tear you down.
There's a drive in the left field. Here comes Kessinger. Rock scoops up the ball. Let's throw to the plate. It's way over the catcher's head. The Cubs win the ball game. Whee! What a finish. Wow. Oh, brother, look at them all grab Kessinger, would you? And Santo.
Another great moment in the career of Ron Santo. And we were talking earlier this week about the invention, so to speak, of the high five. A lot of handshakes there, but no high fives.
I noticed Joe Pepitone is featuring Jeff Samardzij's hair in that clip, too.
When he was playing first, Kessinger scored the winning run. Ryan Zimmerman leading off the Washington 6th. Then he takes a breaking ball for a strike. There's Jeff Samardzij. And I think because of some of Rodrigo Lopez's struggles with nobody on, a 2-run lead here in the 6th, Quaddy has action in the bullpen. Castro gobbles it up. They have changed the error on Giovanni Soto to a hit for Jesus Flores. That was a bizarre ball that was fouled and fair back in the 5th inning. Official score Bob Rosenberg, I think, ultimately deciding that there was just so much spin on that ball that it took more than ordinary effort for Soto to pick it up and throw him out.
Well, Len, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. We travel around baseball and deal with official scorekeepers in every ballpark, and I got to give Bob Rosenberg all the credit in the world. If there's ever any doubt in his mind, he makes it a point to ask others, what did you see? Did I get that one right? He comes in here and asks to see replays occasionally before he'll make the final determination. And bottom line, just like umpires down on the field, the official score just wants to get it right.
Yeah, he asks us, we tell him our opinion, and then he usually does the opposite. Fly to right center, and Marlon Byrd makes the catch. We have fun with Rosie. Does a great job. Wild pitch.
Wild pitch.
Follow the Cubs with the MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Cubs.com for details. 2 quick outs. Here's Jason Worth. And say hello to Austin McGuirk. Follows us on Twitter and is watching WGN America in Ridgeland, Mississippi tonight. Same for Hank Smith in Charleston, South Carolina. And we want to send out happy 21st birthday wishes to Andy Krutzinger. High and deep to left, and Jason Worth has cut the lead to 1. With his 14th of the year, he made that look easy.
Worth with those long arms has such tremendous plate coverage. When he gets that kind of extension and gets the ball on the barrel of the bat, it's going to go a long way.
So that's it for Rodrigo Lopez. He leaves with the lead, and we'll see if the Cubs bullpen can hold him the rest of the way.
This is Lisa, who tries to stay ahead of her class. Morning starts with arthritis pain. That's 2 pills before the first bell. It's time for recess and more pills. Afternoon art starts, and so does her knee pain. That's 2 more pills. Almost done, but hang on. Her doctor recommended Aleve because it can relieve pain all day with just 2 pills. This is Lisa, who switched to Aleve and fewer pills for a day free of pain. And get the all-day pain relief of Aleve in liquid gels.
That is insane. Never thought I would see Domino's feedback up there, and I never thought I'd see my name scrolling through Times Square.
The reviews are up, so get our $5.99 deal online and tell us how we did.
I think that raises the bar just a little bit higher.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough. We didn't just stop at soft serve. We made the one-of-a-kind Blizzard. And we don't just make a cookie one. We make a Nutter Butter cookie one. We don't just have heart-shaped balloons. We have heart-shaped balloons tied to sharks. And this isn't just chest hair. This is chest hair that spells out what I say. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. The new Nutter Butter Blizzard. Real Nutter Butter cookie pieces and peanut butter cream filling. So good, it's ridiculous.
Introducing Super Premium Paint. Starting at $24. Great for walls and wallets. New Olympic One. Super Premium Paint without the premium price. Insist on Olympic. Exclusively at Lowe's.
Visit your local Honda dealer today to test drive the 2011 Honda Cross Tour, available with 4-wheel drive. Ryan Zimmerman with an 18-game hitting streak, and we have seen 3 homers in this game. Soto and Johnson for the Cubs. And most recently, Worth for the Nationals as Jeff Samardzija comes in to face Johnny Gomes. You mentioned Gomes' numbers against Lopez earlier, even though he had gone 0 for 2, and after the home run, Mike Quaddy decided to pull the plug and go with the bullpen the rest of the night. Lopez exiting with a 3-2 advantage. 0-2. Strike 3. Samardzija makes quick work of Gomes. Worth with a homer earlier, and it's now 3-2 Cubs. Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball, and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy, T-H-O.
Cece, glad you made it.
Ricky wins again.
What is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he does that.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
Klondike presents 5 Seconds to Glory. Mark versus listening to his wife.
I was over at Jim and Nancy's today. Do you remember them? We had dinner with them a couple weeks ago over at Jill's house.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Super Premium Paint and Primer in one. Starting at $24. That's how we roll. New Olympic One. Super Premium Paint without the premium price. Insist on Olympic. Exclusively at Lowe's.
You kids almost ready? I got breakfast waiting for you.
Uh-oh. What? Mom's doing her exercise video again. When Mom's on a health kick, all of us are. And now she's made us breakfast. Uh-oh.
Eggo Nutri-Grain Waffles. You know it's made with 8 grams of whole grain and is a good source of fiber. All they know is it tastes great. Eggo Nutri-Grain Waffles. Simply delicious.
A great moment when the Cubs clinched the division in 2007. Ron Santo and Kerry Wood in the visitors clubhouse.
And our Xfinity high-def shot of the game, Ron's grandson Sam throwing out the first pitch tonight to who else? Kerry Wood. What a moment. Yeah, yes indeed, young man. Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast.
All comes together. Kerry Wood is up in the bullpen. Marlon Byrd will lead off the Cubs' sixth against new Nationals hurler. Right-hander Colin Ballister. Curveball missed. Hard but foul into the Cubs pen. And there it sits. Who's been nice to me? James Russell says.
Russell's in charge of distributing the foul balls tonight. He got passed all the way down from the security guard to the other end of the bench.
Called strike three. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Everybody loves a sharp-dressed man. Suit up for How I Met Your Mother. Tomorrow at 9 East, 6 West on WGN America.
If the lead holds up, this guy will get the game-winning RBI. Soriano with an RBI double in the fourth. In case you're wondering, different sports have different rules for the game-winning blank. Fly ball deep left center. Out of here. A 3-homer night for the Cubs. They keep hitting the ball out of the ballpark. That's number 20 for Soriano. The ball really jumping tonight.
And no wind whatsoever right now, which means Wrigley Field is going to play very small. Soriano gets a fastball on the outer third, hooks it back to left center field, no doubt about it.
10 consecutive seasons of at least 20 home runs for Alfonso Soriano. Well, you get that 2-run lead right back after Worth closed the gap in the top of the inning. And in hockey, the game-winning goal is okay if you lead 7-1 and you win 7-6. That 7th goal is the game-winning goal. In baseball, it's the go-ahead RBI if you never trail after that. So if you're not going to run to make it 1-0 and you win the game 20-19, it's that first run. That's deep for Darwin Barney. Just below the basket. Well, he missed a homer by maybe inches. He was not going to assume it was a home run. Safe at second, safe and secure, New York life.
Just missed a home run. That ball must have nearly scraped the bottom of the basket, hit right at the top of the ivy.
Samardzija with a 2-run lead will take the at bat.
Woo! Only his 4th at bat of the season. He's 0 for his previous 3 with a couple of punch outs as we get a look at Darwin Barney's double. Not by much. Just missed the basket. Well, this is a swing of a guy that knows he's not going to get very many at bats. He's not going to get cheated.
1-2. Jeff with 1 career home run in Milwaukee in 2009. Be surprised if he gets a pitch within the same area code as the strike zone on this one.
And judging from the looks of that bat, I think he's using a Tyler Colvin model bat. Tyler uses that oddly colored, I believe they call it smoke colored wood.
Can't believe he didn't swing at that one. I think he was thinking he was going to get something off the plate. 2 down. Thinking like a pitcher, wasn't he? Thinking 1-2. I'm swinging as hard as I can. He's probably going to throw me a breaking ball off the plate. Oh, fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, he's probably thinking with the base open, they're going to pitch around me to go after Castro. So I don't think so. Tyler said that bat was fine. It's your swing that's messed up. You can use Tyler Colvin's batting gloves.
Got the high curve for a strike. Grounded foul. 2 strikes to Castro, who has singled and struck out twice.
I mentioned earlier all the splits for Starlin Castro really good with the exception of bases loaded. He has 2 strikes in an at bat this year. He's a .274 hitter. That is remarkable. Not that time.
Soriano with a home run makes it 4-2 Cubs as we go to the 7th.
Kick back.
Throw in over 3,000 Bud Light contest winners, and here we go.
Bud Light's giving away thousands of trips to New Orleans for the Bud Light UFC Battle on the Bayou. Get in on the action at facebook.com/Bud Light or wherever Bud Light is sold.
It's the sure sign of fight night. Here we go. Let's go.
Right now, we have one coming up, so that's a good review.
Pizza Tracker lets you track your order at every stage on Domino's.com, and it lets you leave a review instantly. Tracker gives accountability. It lets you know if Jess is making your pizza, I'm Jess, and I'm making your pizza.
So get our $5.99 deal and give us your review.
What if more people saw the reviews?
If more people in the store, or... Whoa! Are you kidding me? That is insane.
Our reviews are up in Times Square, so order now and tell us how we did.
I think that raises the bar just a little bit higher.
Let's take a look at tonight's Bud Fan Cam. Eddie Vedder Pearl Jam from their great album 10 with the song Release. That's our Bud Fan Cam. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.
Alfonso Soriano with a big night, a double, a homer, 2 knocked in. Reed Johnson's 3 for 3 with a home run. The Cubs lead this one by a pair on Ron Santo night. One from Samardzija to Desmond. Good slider. You got the catcher Flores and then a pinch hitter. Back-to-back Ks for Samardzija going back to Gomes in the 6th. Time now for the Chevy Youth Baseball League of the Game, and today we want to recognize Bill Stasic Chevrolet for its support of Wheeling Youth Baseball. Bill Stasic Chevrolet and your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers support leagues and young ball players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball program. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. Flores. Left-handed hitting Alex Cora on deck. Get through the bullpen, and actually Castro has to go out and retrieve it. That's a double for Jesus Flores. Well, he's had a couple of interesting hits tonight, hasn't he?
He really has. That cue shot that rolled back into fair territory down the first base line back in the 5th inning, and this shot right down the chalk, actually kicked up chalk. Everybody trying to get out of the way down that Cubs bullpen. Looked like it hit the phone and ricocheted back toward the infield. Eventually Starlin Castro has to run it down.
Lance Nix now with a chance to tie the game with a lot more home run potential than Alex Cora, and with that, Mike Quaddy's going to ask for Sean Marshall. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back to Hack Job. Today we're with the Gilberts. Okay, guys, are you ready to see your new kitchen? Me too. Let's go. Take a look.
Oh, here we go. It looks amazing.
You didn't do anything. You just put Bud Light on the counter.
Exactly. It totally opens it up. We gave it a fun vibe. Clearly, this is a room people want to hang out in.
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
The landscapers are here. Nice.
That's the stuff. How I Met Your Mother has a lot of backstory that's always being filled in and carried on throughout the episode. It's just little tiny details, like, you know, that Robin has the pendant that looks like a handgun that you see before they reveal that she's a gun nut.
Ted is kind of against guns.
And it's funny even if you haven't watched every episode 80 times, but it's funnier if you have.
There's a drive, center field. Here comes Santo. Lowry says, come on, let's go. Here's the throw in by Oliver. He scores! Santo's determined to make it this time. Watch this.
The Santos are here. Vicky and Ron Jr., Sam and Spencer and Jeff and Linda. As we said, the Santos become the Partridges. Spencer just said, when do we get to sing? I said, hopefully really soon. One out here in the 7th. As Sean Marshall will take over against Lance Nix. See, Nix definitely a power threat with 14 home runs. Breaking ball just missed.
All 14 of Nix's home runs this year have come against right-handed pitching. He's only an .080 hitter against lefties. 2 for 25.
0 for 1 against Marshall. And a 1-0 pitch is cued toward Castro. And he gets him. Runner at third, 2 outs.
Just past Sean Marshall, but Starlin Castro right there to charge the ball. Throw on the move and plenty of time to get Nix over there at first base. However, Flores moves up to third. Very important now for Giovanni Soto to make sure he blocks that big breaking ball in the dirt should Sean Marshall go that route against Rick Ankiel.
Ankiel 2 for 8 with a double against Marshall. Flores at third. Ramirez even with a bag at third with 2 outs against Ankiel, who takes a slider for ball 1.
Just misses off that outside corner with a first pitch slider. I would expect to see a lot of breaking balls in this sequence to Ankiel. Another one almost the same spot. He's supposed to swing at that one.
That one's a strike. Ankiel with 7 home runs, 6 against righties. Two and two. And he got him. Time for the stretch with the Santo family.
Guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, the Ron Santo family.
You who knew and loved Ron, help us sing so that he can hear us. Spencer?
This is for my grandpa.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1,
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento. With up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before.
Golden Corral's new pan-seared seafood cooking station is now open. Chefs are standing by. It's delicious shrimp made to order. It's tilapia seared to perfection right before your eyes. It's all part of our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10, only at Golden Corral.
The Cubs with the lead as we get into the bottom of the 7th on a very special night. And it's great to have with us Jeff and Ron Jr. Ron's son's in the booth with us. Great job with the 7th inning stretch. And just give us your thoughts today, Ron.
Well, I was telling everybody it's very much like when my dad's number was retired. The family's very proud of him and just as excited when, again, like I said, when the number was retired, and just had a great time. Cubs have been fantastic to our family and can't thank them enough.
Jeff?
Oh, it was a great honor. I mean, not too many people have a statue outside of a stadium, you know, and we were just so overwhelmed when they unveiled it, and just brought up a lot of emotions.
Reed Johnson leading off, 3 for 3 on the night with a home run as he faces Henry Rodriguez. I thought the turnout among the Cubs players who are getting ready for a game tonight and the coaching staff was pretty amazing.
Overwhelming. When I saw that and them coming out and you know, half dressed in their pants and a Passion t-shirt, I tell you, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, and the people across the street, and then even up in the stadium, you know, watching outside. So I tell you, it was something else.
Up the middle, Reed Johnson is 4 for 4. We're going to show the statue now, and each of you give us your thoughts when you saw it.
Well, I'll tell you, when they unveiled that, I couldn't believe actually the likeness of the face. What really is what struck me first, because it really reminds me of back when, you know, he's 25, 26 years old, and he was very proud of his fielding. I mean, he's a great hitter, but his fielding was just as good.
It was just cool, you know, when it came down, like, that's a cool statue, you know. And like Ronnie said, you know, my dad was about third base. You know, he was always dirty at third base. He was always charging the ball.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm glad that it represents him playing third.
Jeff, you spoke very briefly and succinctly. You talked about what he said about playing third, and you related that to his life.
Yeah, you know, and I was amazed when I saw that video, you know, of him talking about giving a lesson out there, you know, and he had to be, like I said, 25 years old, and it's really how he lived his life, you know.
Here's the 0-1 to Ramirez, and he lines to Zimmerman. The ball was hit very hard. Cub fans, as we remember Ron Santo tonight, if you want to order this old Cub or the new book, Ron Santo, A Perfect 10, you can find them at santofilms.com. Jeff, it was a very emotional, very personal project for you. We've talked a lot about it on and off the air. And now when you go back and watch it, what are some of the memories that pop into your head?
Yeah, you know, doing that film, we just, you know, just hanging out with him and being able to travel with him and get to know everybody who is in his life in the broadcast booth. That was something else, because I got to hang out with him as a kid. We were always here at the park, and then to do that as an adult was something else.
Carlos Pena with 1 out. Runner at first. We're with Jeff and Ron Santo. And Ron, people who don't know you probably come up to you. I mean, you're the spinning image of your dad. I mean, people must come up to you all the time and say, you look familiar.
I do get that a lot. And occasionally you do even get someone that doesn't know me and will just come out of the blue and goes, you look like Ron Santo. And I'll say yes. And I usually tell them, yeah, I'm shorter, but my hair's real. You know, so.
And Ernie said I was the oldest, but I'm actually younger than him. I may look older, but I'm younger.
Just for the record, right. Some old footage we've been running.
Yeah, that's
throughout the game.
I tell you, when you look at that and you see how the dirt, the difference of the dirt even in those days.
About a triple.
Yeah, he wasn't known for his speed. That's for sure.
But he had 13 triples in one season. I think, you know, didn't he lead the league one year? Because I think it bounced around the corner out there.
Well, was it Billy who made the reference to him sliding, coming up a little short at second?
I think that was Billy. Yeah,
that was Billy.
Yeah,
I remember that. Jeff does too. When we were younger, they made posters of it. It looked like what they say, like a Goonie bird came up on his stomach and his feet and hands were in the air. He stopped like about 5 feet short of the base.
He had to crawl to the bag.
Yeah.
That was after a rain delay, so he just stuck. He did the head first slide back then.
Yeah,
like
we had
Pete
a shot
Rose.
of him earlier, game-ending run at the plate. Swing and a miss on a really good changeup. 0-2 the count. Bottom really fell out of that pitch. And that's outside. Talking about your dad's toughness. He had a long hitting streak, and in the midst of the hitting streak, he was beamed in the face. And you know, he's talked about that story a lot. And he wasn't out long.
Broke his cheekbone. I think he was out
a day,
maybe a few days, and then he came back in the lineup and then extended his streak to the 28 games. But you know, that's when he used the flap, not the Merlin Bird flap that goes all the way down, but he just had the single flap.
2 down in the inning.
High fly. He had a hell of a swing. You know, he just come out of his shoes.
Jack Brickhouse with the call. The other thing, I love the short sleeves showing off the cans.
Showing off the guns, yeah.
And he never lifted any weights.
Huh?
He never lifted any weights, and he was built.
The strongest handshake of anyone I've ever known.
Big hands. That's definitely big wrist.
And that's one of the first things you always noticed about your father, because he talked with his hands. His hands were always moving.
It's Italian in him.
Yep.
And then we move ahead to Ron Santo, the broadcaster, and you guys both spent a lot of time with him in the booth, traveling with him, spring training in Arizona. Well, he loved working in Mesa. As Soto pops this one to left, and it's going to be caught by Johnny Gomes. Well, as you both know, he's with us every day, and a wonderful night. Congratulations. And I know you're going to be stopping by there quite a bit.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Great
guys.
honor.
Zero calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
Great save, kid. You deserve this.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
People everywhere are taking a stand and booking on choicehotels.com.
When I book a hotel online, it should be simple and easy.
We have the right to take the kids on a wonderful vacation.
As long as I save 20%.
I want to guarantee that my room rate is the lowest on the web.
With no vacation bedtime?
Don't push it. Oh.
It's your voice, it's yourchoicehotels.com. Get the best internet rate guaranteed and save up to 20% every day. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Who's searching for you? Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you for free.
When you have a message waiting for you at mylife.com, it's so exciting.
Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
What makes Dove Men Plus Care different from other deodorants? Only Dove Men Plus Care combines 48-hour protection with our caring 1/4 moisturizer technology in a non-irritant formula. New Dove Men Plus Care deodorant. Tough on sweat, not on skin.
He's here. I know he is. Because with all the fans here and everybody supporting Chicago Cubs organization, I know that he will be standing here and thanking all you guys for coming. And I know he's here, and he will do that.
Great stuff from Sweet Swingin' Billy Williams, and thanks to the entire Santo family for stopping by, conducting the stretch. And again, SantoFilms.com if you want to order this old Cub or Ron Santo Perfect 10. Carlos Pena stays in and plays first after batting for Jeff Baker. One strike on Danny Espinosa, batting right-handed. And among the others in attendance, we want to recognize the two first ladies of Chicago sports broadcasting. Dutchie Carey and Pat Brickhouse were on hand. Always great to see them as Espinosa picks up a bunt single, perfectly placed down that third base line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Len, you could not catch the ball and roll it down the third base line any better than Danny Espinosa just did. And the idea is it's fair or it's foul. You're either going to get a base hit or it's strike one. Ramirez decides to just let it roll. He knows he has no play at first base, and that ball just comes to rest on the infield grass for a base hit.
Kerry Wood back up in the bullpen if needed here in the 8th. And you got a lot of right-handed batters coming up. Right now it's Marshall against Zimmerman, representing the tying run, and a fastball at the knees for a strike. Kerry Wood last night, one of the better outings of his season, as he struck out the side in the 8th inning and has struck out the last 6 batters he's faced.
Yeah, Woody had everything going last night. That cutter was electric. Really had a lot of late movement off the outside corner to the right-handed hitters. Fastball in the mid-90s, elevated up in the zone. Really pitching with a lot of confidence last night.
Big swing pitch as always. That makes it 1-2 instead of 2-1.
Has to be tempting to try to sneak a fastball by Zimmerman on that outside corner. He stands a considerable distance away from the plate. I think at times trying to bait pitchers into throwing him on that outer third of the plate. Just have to make sure if you shoot for that outside corner, you miss further away.
Remind you a little bit, not in the stance, but that issue, Tony Batista, ooh, that hurt, who had that wide open stance, but he would dive into the plate. And if you work that outside corner, you were actually working into exactly the area he wanted.
Ooh, the arch of that left foot. See, kind of rolled over on the outside of his ankle as he completed his swing right there, and man, right off the inside of the arch.
The scouting report on Tony Bautista was bust him in.
Yeah, he had so much movement as he closed up from that wide open stance, and as you mentioned, dived in toward home plate. You could run that fastball right in on his knuckles at times. But if you tried to sneak one by on that outside corner, it was right in the middle of his swing.
Fastball is in, 2-2. Trying to turn 2 here. And they do. Nice job by Barney to get around Espinosa, who was bearing down on him. That's a big double play.
Espinosa going hard from first to second. It looked like it was going to be a fairly routine double play, but Espinosa closed ground quickly. Darwin Barney with the leap over the sliding runner. Throw was a little high to first, but Carlos Pena with a nice stretch. Big double play right there.
And consider Jeff Baker would have been trying to catch that ball with the other arm. Not so sure he would have made that play.
Certainly wouldn't have made it as easily as Carlos Pena did, stretching out with that glove on the right hand for the high throw.
Broken bat pop up for Castro in shallow left center, and that's the inning. Leadoff single, but no runs. Bottom 8, Cubs try to tack on, leading 4-2.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with, you know.
I'm on vacation. I want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time. Naughty.
Nice.
Watch out. My mama say his eyes are like the queen of day. Ain't no scaring and better believe. Yeah, believe it or not.
So I was the guy who was never going to have the heart attack. I thought I was invincible. I'm on an aspirin regimen now because I never want to feel that helplessness again.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Talk to your doctor and take care of what you have to take care of.
Hello? It's water from the drinking fountain at the mall.
Great tasting tap water can now come from any faucet, anywhere. Introducing the Brita bottle with a filter inside. Running of the Arlington Million, Saturday 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
He dedicated his life to the Chicago Cubs as a player, a broadcaster, and most of all as a fan. He connected with all of us because he was our fan. He was the beating heart of the Chicago Cub fans everywhere, and we'll miss him dearly. I know we all wish that Ron was here with us today to celebrate this, but I also believe he'll live on in spirit in the hearts of all Cub fans everywhere, and always his spirit will be with us here at Wrigley Field.
Certainly a very touching moment right before the game. A replica statue given to the family of Ron Santo by the Ricketts family. As Rodriguez continues on here in the 8th, facing Marlon Byrd. Caught the corner for a strike. Make sure you check out our WGN baseball blog as well. I have some personal thoughts on Ron Santo. We were very fortunate in that we got to travel with him, spend a lot of time with him off the air, in the lunchroom, after games, breaking down what happened that night. We talked a lot of baseball and life with Ron Santo.
Absolutely, Len. He was it may sound odd to say, but he was a very lucky man, and he realized it. He had two families. The Cubs were one family, and of course he had his own family that he loved dearly. Was so proud of his children and his grandchildren. He certainly didn't get cheated. Say that about a hitter at the plate. He never got cheated as a hitter, and he did not get cheated in life.
I'll tell you, he was a great storyteller.
Oh.
It was almost like there'd be occasions where it'd be Ron's greatest hits. I'd say, Ron, tell that story again that you told 3 years ago.
And they never got old.
No, they never did.
Boy, and for us, the people, as you said, we were around Ron a lot. He was so easy to push his buttons, too. There were certain hot buttons where you knew if you mentioned a certain name or a certain team or a certain ballpark, you'd get his blood pressure going.
Fly ball to right.
Especially on the golf course.
Well, Vicky had it right. I mean, it's true. When anyone would tweak him and say, well, Ron, you're with the media. I'm not media. I'm a Cub.
Well, and he demonstrated that on a daily basis. Every ballpark that we travel to, there are certain areas of the stadium, and especially in the clubhouses, that are off limits to the media. Players can have their privacy before and after a ball game, but those signs did not apply to Ron.
Bounced way out in front of home plate. Soriano was able to hold on the check swing. It'll be Carlos Marmol in the 9th. Right now a save spot.
What's that by like Madison?
Milwaukee about ready to close out the Cardinals tonight, leading 5-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Randy Wolf went 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. Brewers are surging and starting to pull away from the pack. Ball 4, Soriano on for the 3rd consecutive time. Stay tuned following our broadcast. Immediately following, Micah Mater, Tom Megavin, Tom Skilling, and Rich King will have the WGN News. Tony Campana will pinch run for Soriano. Called strike.
In this particular situation, Darwin Barney reverts to his days as a number 2 hitter. You got a speedy runner on at first base. You'd like to get Tony Campana into scoring position, and when Darwin Barney is in that 2 spot in the lineup and the leadoff man gets on, his job is to take a couple of pitches and give that guy a chance to steal second. Flores behind the plate has thrown out 3 of 13 attempted base stealers this year. Rodriguez can be very slow to the plate at times. I don't think it really makes much difference to Tony Campana, the pitcher's times to home plate. If he feels like he can get a maximum lead and get a jump, he'll run on anybody.
We honor number 10 tonight. Cubs with 10 hits. Attendance 38,010. Campana fake towards second. He's going to have to hurry back to first, and a good play by Morris to keep that ball out of right field.
Well, that's something that the premier base stealers can do. Tony Campana had every intention of stealing that time, but he saw the pitch out. He read pitch out, slammed on the brakes, and was able to slide safely back into first.
Fakes again. They pitch out. 2-1.
I've ever mentioned how much speed changes a game. Darwin Barney went from an 0-1 hole to a 2-1 hitters count here because of 2 pitch outs. Just a bluff that time.
This time he goes. You rarely, if ever, see 3 consecutive pitch outs.
But what you will see on occasion is that pitcher speed up his delivery after back-to-back pitch outs. But Rodriguez does not do that. Very slow, giving Campana a huge jump, and then Flores, in his haste to get rid of the ball, never did get a good handle on it. And now Darwin Barney has an opportunity to drive home a run.
14 steals, that leads the team. The rest of the team has combined for 26, and that includes 12 by Starlin Castro. Another big win for Cleveland tonight over Detroit. 10-3 the final last night. Former Cub Kosuke Fukudome took a game-ending hit by pitch with the bases loaded in the 14th. 10-3 the final tonight. It gives Cleveland 13 consecutive wins at home against Detroit. And Northbrook, Illinois native Jason Kipnis has hit 6 homers his last 10 games. Desmond gets the out. Runner at third, 2 down. Draws Cleveland to within 2 in the AL Central. Only 1 back in the loss column. It's over in St. Louis. Milwaukee 5, the Cardinals 1. Wolf over Westbrook. Blake DeWitt in a pinch hitting role.
Or getting Tony Campana to third base, even with 2 outs in the inning, really becomes significant when you look at the stat sheet and see that Rodriguez has uncorked 11 wild pitches this year. We've seen him throw a few pitches to the bricks already here in this inning.
Well, wild one in Tampa Bay tonight, as the Rays scored 5 times in the bottom of the 9th to stun the Royals 8-7. Swing and a miss. That's a changeup at 89 miles an hour. 1-2.
We saw Rodriguez earlier this season in D.C. and we saw that changeup at 89. Throws extremely hard. Has great arm action on that straight changeup. Doesn't always know exactly where it's going.
Fastball at 98 inside and low. 2-2. Worth, Gomes, and Desmond due up in the 9th, and it'll be against Carlos Marmol. Starters are still the pitchers of record. Detweiler would get the loss. Lopez would get the win. Pop fly to left. Johnny Gomes will make the grab. Gomes will bat behind Worth in the 9th against Carlos Marmol.
It's brilliant.
Night tonight, boys. I'll be the designated driver.
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
My mother made the best toffee in the world. It's delicious. So now we've turned her toffee into a business. My goal was to take an idea and make it happen. I'm Janet Long, and I formed my toffee company through LegalZoom. I never really thought I would make money doing what I love.
We created LegalZoom to help people start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom.com today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Trying to win on Ron Santo night here at the ballpark. We'll create a rubber match tomorrow afternoon in the makeup game. Tony Campana stays in and plays left after batting or running for Soriano, and Marmol, Carlos Marmol, trying to get his 25th save of the year.
A solid inning last night for Carlos Marmol in a non-save situation with the Cubs trailing. Mike Quade just wanted to give him an inning of work, faced 3 batters, punched out 2 of them. You think back to the first couple weeks of July, Len, Carlos had a streak of 6 appearances where he did not strike out a batter. Well, he's back. He struck out 16 in his last 11 appearances.
Sliders strike 0-2. Yanked foul. Two now.
Selective use of that fastball by Carlos Marmol. That ball's on the corner. Jason Worth is out. He was in slider mode up there, slowed his bat speed down a little bit, now chases a slider off the outside corner for strike 3. That's nearly an unhittable pitch. Starts on the outer third in the strike zone, ends up low and away out of the strike zone.
Johnny Gomes takes ball 1.
Gomes and the on deck hitter Ian Desmond, both strikeout victims against Marmol in the 9th inning last night.
Was pretty nasty. 1-2.
And Johnny Gomes is so geared to hit fastball to begin with. Any kind of a breaking pitch, an off-speed pitch, if you can keep it out of the middle of the plate, you can get him to chase.
Strike 3.
Third time in the game that Gomes caught looking at a called strike 3. Normally a very aggressive hitter. I think you just chalk it up to some really good 2-strike pitches from the Cubs staff tonight.
Nothing to Desmond. Foul tip, 1-2. Cubs trying to make it 8 out of their last 10. Trying to get their 50th win of the year. Desmond staying alive, still 2-2. Flores is on deck. He would be the tying run if he gets a chance. Bouncer foul.
I tell you, Len, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but if Carlos Marmol ever developed a straight changeup, oh my.
A rather defensive swing by Desmond that time. Here we go again on a 2-2 and a foul. The proverbial Desmond at 2-2. And this count for a while. Now, I think part of Desmond's bat actually chipped, but I don't think he recognized it. A little paint chipped off the bat. He's trying to find it. Low for ball 3, 3-2. Something came off the bat on this swing. A little piece fly. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side as the Cubs win. You got to win tonight for Ronnie. And the Cubs get the 4-2 decision. Cubs with 10 hits tonight. How about that? As they beat the Nationals 4-2.
Next on WGN, right after that win for Ronnie, he's forever at Wrigley. Number 10, Ron Santo, honored in bronze outside the friendly confines before tonight's game. What family, friends, and former teammates had to say. Plus, 10 years old, on his bike, colliding with a police car on Chicago's West Side. And which Chicago hospitals claiming first-rate health care and a new series of TV commercials.
I feel like you're going to say something else right there, and then you stopped, right?
0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy. T-H-O.
Cece, glad you made it. Ricky wins again.
Good shot.
is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he does that.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
The team is hitting the road, and Hotels.com makes it easy for you to join them on their upcoming road trip by offering over 20,000 last-minute deals every week. Hotels.com. Be smart. Book smart. The Chicago Cubs' upcoming game schedule on WGN America, brought to you by Hotels.com.
What's up, Smart?
Oh, just booked a summer vacay.
Ooh, sounds pricey.
Nah, with the Hotels.com summer sale, you can find awesome deals for places nearby.
Interesting. Wow, I'm blown away.
You look great.
Hotels.com summer sale. Save up to 30% and get a free Kindle. Hotels.com. Be smart, book smart.
Good news, men use soap. Bad news, men use soap that can really dry their skin. Fear not, Dove Men Plus Care is here. It's the bar with 1/4 moisturizing cream, so it cleans and leaves skin feeling moisturized. Dove Men Plus Care.
Final totals now for the Cubs: 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 8 stranded. For the Nationals, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 5 left. These teams combined to go 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Winning pitcher Rodrigo Lopez, he's 3-3. Ross Detweiler falls to 1-2 with the loss. Save goes to Carlos Marmol, his 25th of the year, 38,010. Watched it. It took 2 hours and 46 minutes to complete. Why did the Cubs win, you ask? Well, as our Budweiser plays of the game show you, they out-homered them 3-1.
Giovanni Soto with a blast to lead off the second inning. Then in the 5th, Reed Johnson with a leadoff homer of his own. Big night for Reed, 4 for 4, including that home run. And then Alfonso Soriano with 1 out in the 6th inning touches one of his own to left center field. Big night for the Cubs offensively.
Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. We'll wrap it up, get you set for the news coming up. 4-2 Cubs, the final.
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
Our lunch break is just that, a break. So we take time to sit down for lunch at Olive Garden, and we enjoy catching up as much as we enjoy the meal.
It's the unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks lunch, only at Olive Garden, featuring 4 homemade soups. Enjoy all you want for just $6.95.
Who's searching for you? Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you for free.
There were people I couldn't find anywhere. I found them on mylife.com.
Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
It's a fact. Your nutritional needs can go up when you're on the road to recovery. Proper nutrition can help you get back on your feet. 3 out of 4 doctors recommend the Ensure brand for extra nutrition. Ensure Clinical Strength has Revigor and 13 grams of protein to protect, preserve, and promote muscle health. And immune balance to help support your immune system. Ensure Clinical Strength, helping you to bounce back. Ensure Nutrition in Charge.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball, and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. And by the Illinois Lottery. Play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery for a chance at $250,000. Well, our next WGN broadcast of Cubs baseball, it's 10 o'clock. I mean, it's just perfect, right? 10 hits tonight, 38,010, honoring Ron Santo. We'll be on Saturday, and the Cubs take on the Braves, Game 2 of a 3-game series. Leadoff man starts at 6 o'clock. Join us then, and the first pitch about a half hour later. We'll have more highlights from the statue unveiling today. And once again, our final score tonight, capping a wonderful evening here at the ballpark. Cubs 4, Nationals 2. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Now for Bob Brenly and our entire crew here at Wrigley Field, this is Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. The WGN News at 10 is next.
When you're responsible for this much of the team, you need a car you can count on.
I go wider than Strider. Go wilder, wild like a tiger. Got skill, my tricks are real ill. Fast like a cheetah, move like a ninja. Chill, kill, no time to stand still. Check out my sound, I run with the realest deal. I spin the steel wheel.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do people use smartphones to do dumb things?
Send. That is the weekend.
Yeah, Doc.
Will allow me to crack the bubbly.
Don't mind if I do.
Is a gentleman with a bro stash invited to this party?
Only if he's ready to rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying.
This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
After months of searching, police say they have their suspect, a man who pushed a woman to her death, shoving her down the stairs during a robbery on a CTA platform. Good evening. I'm Tom Negavan. Mark's off tonight.
I'm Micah Mater. Our top story seen around the country tonight on WGN America. What this means to those who knew that victim. Marcella Raymond spoke with them tonight.
I prayed every day that, they would find him.
Ray McGuire says the family of Sally Katona King is relieved that someone has been charged with her murder. The 68-year-old got off the Brown Line train at Fullerton on March 28th. Police say Prince Watson, just 17 years old, had stolen an iPhone from another passenger and was trying to get away when he pushed Katona King, causing her to fall down the stairs. She died from a brain injury.
It takes a lot of relief off me. Because walking around thinking, where's this man going? Where's this kid going? Is he out of town? Who's going to be the next one?
After the murder on the 28th of March, he did commit at least one other iPhone robbery.
Chicago police started connecting the dots after April 17th when Watson became a suspect in another iPhone robbery on a CTA train. He was finally arrested May 15th near the Clark Division Red Line stop after allegedly taking another iPhone. Police say a combination of witnesses, evidence from the scene, and surveillance videos linked Watson to the killing of Sally Katona King.
It was the overwhelming support we got from witnesses in the community in and around the area who opened their, store owners and homeowners opened their doors and let us in and watch videos and looked at pictures.
Sally Katona King was active in her church, First Lutheran, on St. Louis and Fullerton on the northwest side. There she fed the homeless, helped friends when they were ill, made people feel cared for. She was optimistic and uplifting. Her death created a void in their lives.
She was a good lady. Like I said, she's going to be missed. She's still missed by a lot of people. and I'm one of them.
Chicago police are looking at Prince Watson for several other iPhone robberies on CTA trains. Lately, iPhones are the prime target for thieves who can get up to $300 per phone on the street. Reporting from Area 3 Police Headquarters, Marcella Raymond, WGN News.
A 10-year-old boy hurt after being hit by a police car on call. Happening around 5 o'clock this evening. The boy was struck at the intersection of Van Buren and Lotus on the city's west side. Witnesses say a marked police car was speeding the wrong way down a one-way street when it hit his bicycle.
And a little boy was in the street on a bike close to the curb. And I guess the officer did not see him, but he hit him. He hit him, and when he hit the little boy popped in the air and came down, and he looked like he was hurt.
Well, witnesses say the officers stopped and waited for an ambulance to take that child to the hospital. The child is going to be okay.
A teenager questioned about a shooting that killed a 6-year-old and wounded 2 others is released from Chicago police custody. Ariana Gibson was shot and killed as she slept on a couch at a grandmother's house at 74th and Sangamon. Now, 2 17-year-olds were also shot. A 19-year-old was arrested Monday morning in the South Shore neighborhood, but released last night. Police say they let him go because they need more evidence to hold him. Mayor Rahm Emanuel among the mourners at the funeral for an honors student shot and killed in a drive-by. 13-year-old Darius Brown died last week while playing basketball at a park on the south side. Witnesses say a car drove by and someone inside opened fire on the basketball court. Darius was hit in the neck. Chicago police still looking for leads in a suspect. There's a $10,000 reward for information that leads them to an arrest.
Stroger Hospital wants you. Hospital leaders are releasing a new commercial hoping to change the public's perception of Stroger as a last resort out of control emergency room.
I'm a nurse at John Stroger Hospital, but I've also been a patient. I was 27 weeks along and have a history of premature deliveries.
County officials admit getting people to think of the hospital as a first-rate healthcare facility will be a tough sell. They're hoping the marketing push will put them in a better position in 2014. That's when the Federal Health Care Reform Act takes full effect, giving patients more options when they choose their doctors.
Well, before the Cubs game on WGN tonight, a tribute to an iconic Cubs player and broadcaster. A statue of Ron Santo unveiled outside Wrigley Field.
Well, it's about the time we've all been waiting for. Are you ready to see this statue? Me too.
Number 10's WGN radio partner Pat Hughes does the honors with help from Ronnie's family.
In one of our many conversations about the statue, I would say, well, what pose do you want to be in? Honey, it doesn't matter just as long as I'm there.
It's a terrific likeness, complete with red and blue. Only the 4th such tribute the team has placed at the friendly confines. One of the others belongs to Ronnie's longtime pal, Mr. Cub.
He was a remarkable person. He really was. His determination, his love for this game, and this place here, the Wrigley Field.
Well, it's a bittersweet day, but it's a great day. Ron Santo was the backbone of the Chicago Cubs.
You know, when I stand up here and think about Ronnie and think about how passionate he was about the game of baseball, how passionate he was about the fans here in Chicago.
And the fans still pretty passionate about the unforgettable heel-clicking third baseman.
We just love it, and Ron is an angel in heaven for us all.
This is perfect. It's just wonderful, and he's just proud to be here.
He dedicated his life to the Chicago Cubs as a player, a broadcaster, and most of all as a fan.
He was a legend on a lot of levels who battled adversity with style, took on diabetes, not just for himself, but for others. Just one of many reasons Ron Santo will never be forgotten. Now, there's one more.
Thank you for loving him so much.
So great to see his family there today and singing the 7th inning stretch tonight. You know, all of Santo's former teammates who spoke today expressed confidence that he will be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Well, former Mayor Richard Daley may spend part of his retirement fighting lawsuits. Next, a federal judge says he can be included in some high-profile cases.
Plus, the hackers who say they are going to bring down Facebook.
And Tom Skilling says the cooler temperatures will keep us dry for the next few days. Hey, Tom.
You're watching Chicago's very own WGN News with Micah Mater, Mark Sapelsa, Tom Skilling, and Dan Roan. This is WGN News at 9.
Like it or not, this is standard police work. Is that what this is all about?
Reason for wanting a gun. To shoot people.
Welcome to the unit, Sergeant.
You can't handle that.
Some people talk about you like they know all about you. When you get down, they doubt you. And when you dip in on the scene, while they jumping around you, they trying to take all of your dreams, but you can't allow it. Cause baby, whether you're high or low, whether you're high or low.
Kmart's got the looks, and you've got what it takes to make this year epic. Now that's Kmart smart.
Let's go, kids.
Were you looking for this? Seems the drive-thru is closed tonight. Instead, Velveeta cheesy skillets. Just brown the meat, stir in the noodles, seasoning, then smite them. Smite them with the liquid gold until there can be no more smiting. Yes. Liquid gold.
It was created with the power of Verizon 4G LTE. Introducing the lightning-fast 10-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab. Stay up to date, entertain yourself, and enrich your knowledge like you've never imagined. Only at Verizon. Built so you can rule the air.
You're watching WGN News at 9.
Another panicked day on Wall Street. Stocks in a tailspin on concerns about the global debt crisis. The major exchanges giving up all of Tuesday's gains, extending the losses from Monday. The Dow finishing the day at 10,719, down 519 points. NASDAQ 2381, off 101. The S&P 1120, sliding 51 points.
Well, one of Chicago's most famous names now linked to one of its most infamous. In a lawsuit, Richard M. Daley is accused of knowing about police torture under Police Commander John Burge and covering it up. Julie Unruh's in the newsroom now to explain where these claims are coming from. Julie?
Tom, this is not what the former mayor was hoping for. A federal judge allowing him and a list of others to be named in a suit and later deposed while a video camera's rolling. The date is set, and the only person who can likely stop it from happening is Chicago's current mayor. To kill the deposition, Rahm Emanuel would have to settle this case, like so many others before it.
What really is extremely disturbing is that the city continues to defend these cases.
A frustrated Flint Taylor sounding off after yet another wrongful conviction case makes headlines. It is, however, good news this time for his client, Michael Tillman, who's suing the city of Chicago, Cook County, and others for wrongfully imprisoning him for almost 24 years. Rape and murder charges against him were dropped in 2010. Last month, Judge Rebecca Pallmeyer recently said Tillman can sue Richard M. Daley, too.
First time in all these years, a federal judge has found Daley responsible to be held as a defendant in a conspiracy to cover up police torture.
The torture was ordered by former Area 2 Police Commander John Burge. For years, the city defended him while Burge dodged the spotlight. Case after case, dating back to the 70s and 80s, prisoners were walking free, having their convictions vacated after it came to light that equipment like this was used to force false confessions under Burge. Michael Tillman was one of the wrongfully convicted. Now Daley, once the state's attorney during the Burge years and later the mayor, is being named as a defendant.
Here's a man who was actually innocent, was tortured with waterboarding, with bagging and all of that, and spent 23 and a half years in the penitentiary, who's now free. and the judge is finding that Daley is one of many conspirators who made that wrongful conviction and incarceration and torture possible.
Rahm Emanuel finds himself caught in the middle, inheriting this stain on the city and the bruises that go with it. He could settle the case and make it go away for his old friend Rich Daley, or he could continue to pay the former mayor's legal bills when millions of dollars have already been paid out related to the police torture under Burge.
I won't comment on the case. We have an obligation as a city, given the professional work that they did. It was during that time. But we're not going to be reckless and let the meter run legally.
Now, the deposition of former Mayor Daley is scheduled for September 8th. His lawyers are opposing it. There is still time for the judge, however, to rule in Daley's favor. Otherwise, it's the first time Richard Daley will be forced to sit down and for hours answer questions about his involvement in these police torture cases, specifically Michael Tillman's, a case where Daley himself, as state's attorney, sought the death penalty. Micah.
Thank you, Julie. Well, we may actually dip below 60 degrees tonight.
Could happen. Next, Tom Skilling will be here to talk about another cool day on deck and the possibility of some weekend storms. And later in sports, another strange night for the Bears on the practice field.
It's the way you bring out the sun. It's the way you make it all fun.
Know who makes the day sunny? My mom and Sunny D. I love the taste. Mom loves the vitamin C. And now it has 40% fewer calories than most regular soda brands. Sunny D.
Make today a sunny day.
Collect Sunny D labels to get free books for your kids' classroom. Go to sunnyd.com.
We now offer phone service for $1.70 a month with Magic Jack. That's just $19.95 a year. $19.95 a year. We give you free local and long distance and your own phone number. Make us your new phone company or add a second line with Magic Jack.
Where'd you get that idea? How'd you learn to do that? What'd you use? Every project we finish comes with a story built in. It's how our rough ideas become, you did that yourself? So when we can save more on the projects that let us fix, make, and do more, well, that just makes the stories even better. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Glentown Oak Laminate flooring just 68 cents a square foot.
Have I got a surprise for you? A mouth-watering combination of ingredients I know you're gonna love. Yes, it's new Beneful Healthy Fiesta. Made with wholesome grains, real chicken, even accents of tomato and avocado. Gotta love the protein from mussels and omega-rich nutrition for that shiny coat. Ever think healthy could taste so good?
New Beneful Healthy Fiesta. Another healthful, flavorful Beneful.
Who's ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm so ready.
When you're prepared for your checkup, you just know you're going to ace it.
Ready for your checkup? I'm so ready.
Introducing new Crest Pro Health Invigorating Clean Rinse. Its invigorating action lets you know it's working to fight plaque and gingivitis and provides all these other benefits. New Crest Pro Health Invigorating Clean Rinse. Clean, protect, and invigorate your way to better dental checkups.
Your dog's a contradiction. He's sticking his butt out the window instead of his head.
You're eating Starburst. It's solid yet juicy.
Dude, your dog is weird.
Don't listen to him, Benny. You're not weird. You're an innovator.
No, he's weird.
Starburst is a juicy contradiction.
The Arlington Million, Saturday, 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
Kind of enjoying this cool down, I must say.
It is just gorgeous. It really is. Lowest humidity in a month today. We had low 50 dew points. That's a moisture measure, and that's like North Woods here on a dry autumn day.
Yeah.
So just gorgeous. And tonight we may see some more 50s in the metro area, Mike and Tom. So some nice weather and a couple of quiet days. Humidity coming back for the weekend, though, and we'll see some thunderstorms at that point. There could be some pretty good rains in parts of the Midwest. Got to watch that. No rain from these clouds. These are what we call flat cumulus. No vertical build to these, so we didn't have to worry about a drop of rain from these clouds. See, they're not tending to boil like they do on a day when we've got instability and the air is rising deeply through the atmosphere, and you get a stack of clouds to produce driving downpours. These are not those, and they faded away tonight, so we're going to cool off. But look at the blazing heat down south as Dallas, Texas moved into its 40th consecutive day of 100 and above. 2 more, and they tie the record for the most ever. And warmth is returning to the plains. So we're actually going to start warming up a little bit in the days to come, but not right away. There's a big high pressure in this clear area that is deflecting the rains off to the west and south of us and keeping the excessive heat warning safely to the south. No sign they're coming back anytime soon. And there are thunderstorm watches on the high plains tonight as storms continue to erupt around the northern perimeter of that hot air. But those are not coming into our area for a change. Instead, we have this almost autumnal air mass. You know, we've lost about 68 minutes of daylight since our longest day, and we'll lose another 81 in the next month. So that starts letting these cooler air masses come in from time to time, but don't give up on the warmth. About a quarter of our 90s occur from this date forward. We're 6 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago with a light south wind and a dew point down in the 50s, which is where our low temperatures will go. Often your temperatures at night drop to your dew point. Look at the lows this morning at Beecher, Rochelle, Burlington, Wisconsin, and Harvard, and how we're cooling down toward those 50s already at O'Hare Field. 66 is the temperature there, with a high level of mold spores today and ragweed and weed on the low side. Back here again, we'll show you the 70 at Midway Airport, 55 at Burlington, Wisconsin, 59 at Chesterton, Indiana. Gorgeous weather in our northwest suburbs as the sun sets. And puffy clouds that turned ominous and threatening as some storms popped up in parts of South Dakota today. Look at the rains at Martin, South Dakota. The hail there covered the ground. And more rain today in Tulsa, Oklahoma than has occurred all the summer up till now. So right around the perimeter of that hot air mass, some heat relief and also some big rains. Over 3 inches of rain occurred there during the day today. Well, there's the pollen count one more time, and the headline, which is cool weather by recent standards at least, but humidities rise this weekend. So do the thunderstorm threats. This will be the first time if we stay below 80 tomorrow. We've put 2 back-to-back 70-degree days together here in Chicago. And with the cool air having pushed the jet stream south, the big storms are safely out of our area for a while. But there's a little buckle developing in the jet, and this disturbance will come at us on Saturday and bring us the threat of some showers and thunderstorms. For the moment, they're occurring along the perimeter of our beautiful, clear, cool air mass and expected to stay there for the next few days. But as this high moves on, the Gulf begins to feed its moisture north and see the clouds increasing, still safely west of us on Friday, but by Friday night some scattered thunderstorms come in, and then a low spins up here, and in combination with that high out to the west could produce a pretty good northeasterly wind on Sunday, which might hold the showers in here into Sunday. The showers would be scattered, and you can see the big rains occurring again mainly out to the west of us, but heavier showers may start forming here Thursday in the plains and come at us Friday night late or Saturday. And how about any resurgence in this heat? The hottest air is this dark red and pink area. See how it sits out to the west and how these little buckles in the jet stream bring little disturbances along its edge, like the one that is expected to produce the showers Saturday and into Sunday. But the heat does kind of resurge next week, and we may get some mid-80s back into this area, though no sign of any 90s at this point. And we'll bring some more thunderstorms in here by the time we get to Tuesday of next week. Well, here's our forecast. For tonight, clouds will decrease. We expect fair skies. Ignore what you're seeing on the screen. Low temperatures tonight go down to about 53 inland, ranging to about 63 in the city under those fair skies. That's just to remind you how good we have it compared to what we've had in the past, right, Micah?
Exactly.
Then tomorrow, looks like a nice day with mostly sunny skies, just those cottony fair weather cumulus clouds. Comfortable temperatures and humidities, high of 79. Some spots may see low 80s. Clear, mid-50s inland, low 60s downtown tomorrow night. And Friday, partly sunny, seasonable, but late night thunderstorms loom. A high temperature without a drop of rain during the day Friday at 80 degrees. And our 7-day forecast Shows readings increasing to 80 Friday and Saturday. 50 to 60% storm coverage possible Saturday and Saturday night, and some showers to start with a gusty northeast wind Sunday. But we're hopeful the clouds will break in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it'll be gorgeous again by Monday next week.
Saturday's the Bud Billiken parade, so we wanted to be beauteous for that day.
We're going to be out there, I know.
Yes,
People get very mad at weather forecasters when it rains on parades.
That's
so,
right. Don't rain on my parade.
I got to start doing whatever I got to do back in the office to
pull in some strings.
That's right. Pull some strings, call in some favors. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Tom.
See you later,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
All right.
A high-tech threat for Facebook users from a mysterious hacker group called Anonymous. Now, this gray man is the hacker group's logo. The group posted a message on the popular site. It said that Operation Facebook would take place on November 5th to destroy the social network. The mystery group claims that it's attacking Facebook because the site allegedly abused the privacy of its users. So far, there's been no official comment from Facebook.
Coming up, the White Sox try to keep their record on this road trip perfect, working on their 6th in a row in comeback style.
And the Chicago Park District can't be blamed for the Bears' practice issues tonight in Bourbonnais. Rich King is next with sports.
We now offer phone service for $1.70 a month with Magic Jack. That's just $19.95 a year. $19.95 a year. We give you free local and long distance and your own phone number. Make us your new phone company or add a second line with Magic Jack.
I looked up and my gel pudding was gone.
Jeremy, look at me.
Look at that smile. That is pudding face. You took my pudding.
The evidence is hard to dispute.
Get your pudding face on with oh so cool and irresistible Jell-O pudding.
Saturday at 6:30 East on WGN America.
Live from WGN-TV Chicago, the official drawing of the Illinois Lottery.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Kohlmeyer with your winning lottery numbers for Wednesday, August 10th, 2011. Wish you the very best of luck. Let's get started with the first game. Pick 3. First lucky number for tonight is 2. Second number, 1. And your third and final, pick 3, 5. That makes the winning pick 3 numbers for tonight, 2, 1, 5. Time for the pick 4 game. I hope along life's journey you find joy and happiness in what you do, who you are, and how you make a difference. See how you do with pick 4. First lucky number is 7. Second number for tonight, 9. Third lucky number, 7. And the fourth and final, pick 4, 5. That makes the winning pick 4 numbers for tonight, 7975. It's time for a little lotto on the jackpot, $175,000. Certainly hope it's coming your way. First winning little lotto number for tonight, 11. The second, 4. Third, 28. Fourth, 24. And the fifth and final, 26. That makes the winning little lotto numbers for tonight, 11, 4, 28, 24, and 26. Lotto, $6.25 million. That would be lovely. First winning lotto number for tonight, 39. The second, 44. The third, 6. Fourth, 31. Fifth, 24, and sixth and final, 41. That makes the winning lotto numbers for tonight, 39, 44, 6, 31, 24, and 41. And Mega Millions, $16 million. Be sure you get a ticket. I'm Linda Kohlmeyer. Good luck and good night.
Tonight's lottery drawing was brought to you by WGN-TV and has been supervised by the accounting firm of E.C. Ortiz.
I love you guys. I mean, just, the whole heist thing, just putting jewels in teddy bears. This guy's wearing a wire the whole time, right? He's wearing a wire. All right, let's do this, right before my wife changes her mind. Go.
Your favorite movies right when you want them. Watch unlimited TV episodes and movies instantly through your game console or other devices, all for only $8 a month from Netflix.
No sequel for that guy.
The nice thing about the Tempur-Pedic is no matter which position I'm in, I wake up feeling good.
It fits you so perfectly. It fits you.
And you wake up and you're so revived and you're rejuvenated. It's just like, wow.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America. Tempur-Pedic is rated #1 in comfort, sleep satisfaction, and back support.
It fits the curvature of your body, but you don't sink in, and it is firm.
Proprietary Tempur material suppresses motion transfer. This means that when you get in or out of bed, you won't disturb your partner.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Call 1-800-781-5527 for your free information kit or visit Tempur-Pedic.com. Act now and take advantage of our 90-night in-home tryout, 6-month zero-interest financing plan, 20-year limited warranty. Call 1-800-781-5527.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
I am 100% certain that I am overpaying for my home phone.
Trust me, it's a lot of money. I feel like I'm getting duped. Surprise, you owe this much this month.
I discovered Vonage. I was like, okay, thank God.
Isn't it time you stopped paying too much for your home phone service? Sign up for Vonage now and call anywhere in the U.S. and Canada for one low flat monthly rate. Go to Vonage.com or call now.
I'm Cheryl Roberts, and this is the last bill
before I switch to Vonage.
WGN News is sponsored in part by ChoiceHotels.com.
People everywhere are taking a stand and booking on ChoiceHotels.com.
When I book a hotel online, it should be simple and easy.
We have the right to take the kids on a wonderful vacation.
As long as I save 20%.
I want to guarantee that my room rate is the lowest on the web.
The no vacation bedtime?
Don't push it.
Oh.
It's your voice, it's your ChoiceHotels.com. Get the best internet rate guaranteed and save up to 20% every day. Book now at ChoiceHotels.com.
Micah, this is what we were talking about earlier. The Santo family singing the 7th inning stretch at the Cubs game tonight. The Cubs winning for roll number 10. Here's Vicky with the microphone, looking good with it, too.
Definitely so. Well, it was another strange night for Bears training camp. Friday, there were the field issues of Soldier Field. Tonight, more trouble for the Bears in Bourbonnais.
Yeah, Rich King is down at Bears camp. Rich, what happened tonight?
I'll tell you, it's a full moon out here. That's what happened. I'm looking up in the sky right now. It's almost a full moon, but a weird night. The Bears, everything was going great. The Bears had their practice, of course, at their regular facility. Everything was going well till about dusk when they had a power outage here. They had great turf, but no power. Things were going great in this practice early in the going. Lots of fans here enjoying the activity. Bears had a good workout. Marion Barber getting stacked up in the line. Some good hard hitting tonight for the Chicago Bears. Defense looking pretty good. But then just around dusk, about an hour before practice scheduled to end, the lights went out. And they went out big time, never got back. All of a sudden, the players start walking out the field. We were told they're going about a block and a half, turned out to be 4.5 blocks away to the Bradley Bourbonnais Community High School. And that's where they wound up, way out here at the Bradley Bourbonnais Community High School, which is about, maybe 4 or 5 blocks away from their regular facility. And the Bears had their workout, finished it here just about 10 minutes ago. And I caught up to some of the players as they came off the field here at the high school.
This league, I've learned you got to be able to adapt and make adjustments. So that's what we did. We needed to get a practice in. So found the field to practice on, and we're here practicing.
American ingenuity. One thing goes down, you go to another, right?
Hey, you always got to have a backup plan, right? So we had one. We're here. Got the work in. So it was a good night tonight.
There's some things that you just can't control, so we had to get practice in. We came over here. I think we had a great practice, and the guys obviously have adjusted to the circumstances pretty well.
And they did get the full practice in. In fact, the field is still lit up. As you see behind me, players just left here about 10 minutes ago. So that's a Bears story. What a weird week for the Bears. First the turf at Soldier, and now a light outage here at Bourbonnais. All right, on to baseball now, and the White Sox going for their 6th-0 in Baltimore tonight. It was not to be. Things off to a rocky start for Ozzie and the White Sox in Baltimore as they fell down 4-0. Phil Lumber again did not have it, but they came back. Juan Pierre, a base hit, a 2-run single in the 7th inning, and this tied the game at 4-4. Sox back in business, but they could not hold it. Jason Frazier came in, and Nolan Reimold in the 10th, a 2-run shot off Jason Frazier, and that was it. Baltimore wins it by a score of 6-4 in 10. The Sox 5-game streak comes to an end. Meantime, as you saw earlier at Wrigley Field, the Ron Santo statue unveiled, the great all-time legend honored before the game with the statue, and the Cubs came through. Ron would be happy. Reed Johnson, the 5th inning, solo shot to left. This made the score 3-1 against the Washington Nationals, and the Cubs were in business. Big blast by Reed, and then later on, Alfonso Soriano sends one deep to left. That one goes, a solo blast, his 20th of the year, and the Cubs snap a brief 2-game skid. They win the game by a score of 4-2, so the Sox lose, but the Cubs pull it out here, and that's about it from Bourbonnais, where the Bears had a work practice, but it's now done. They're in the bank. Back to you in Chicago.
And the lights are on. All right, thanks, Rich. That is the news of this Wednesday night. We're happy to share time with us. I'm Micah Matera.
I'm Tom Negavan. Updates always on WGNTV.com, and from all of us here, have a great night.
Bye-bye.